literally just waking up.
Hello. And fuck you, Sutties.
Hi, we're back. Oh my god.
Baby, I'm back.
Oh my goodness. As a pause leaves from the vine. That song always comes up every stream.
It's so good.
Hello, lovelies. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I realized I didn't even test audio levels, so please let me know if everyone's loud or echoing. SARS.
I know.
Shit. Came into my stream on Saturday. I was 5 hours in trying to finish God of War. He's like, "There's an echo," and I was like, "Fuck!" It's like, it's been 5 hours.
No.
He's like, "It wasn't too noticeable, but it is there," and I was like, "Great." So I had to fix it. And it was a time.
I just noticed because I noticed. It's like, oh, thanks.
I was like, thanks.
That's ours. We'll always pick out the problems in your stream.
To be fair, I do that all the time too. I would jump in and go like, "Oh, your audio is weird." Everyone just like panics. I'm like, "Sorry, I didn't mean. I was just letting." Sorry, moving on. Disrupt everyone's stream.
It is, yeah, but it is nice to know though.
It is nice to know. Yeah, it just
always
sucks
like,
when it's 4 hours in.
Told
and
me
you're
like, yes.
Thanks for telling me earlier.
I once went a whole hour muted. And no one
I
said
have
anything.
too. That happened to me too.
That.
Yeah.
It was like
It was when my mic would just like stop working and I didn't know, and someone was like, "I just realized you haven't been talking for like an hour." I'm like, "I haven't."
just
I
watching me be
have
like,
been.
What do you mean?
Yeah, they were just
I've
like
been
listening, and I was like,
the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I've been listening to the game.
Streaming, it's fun.
yeah. It's
Pizza
fun
time.
Anyways, welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the delay that we added another 5 minutes. I also had to go pee, so it took me a little bit to go pee.
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Okay. Anyways, welcome
Amdrus
back,
would like to open a
everybody.
pizza restaurant.
Shh, I'm doing the recap. Shut up. Denied.
No.
Last time, no, denied both of you. Interrupted me. Just eat your rap. Shush. Last time on Princess Apocalypse with the Ditherers of Dismay, we had quite the session. I think we had our to-date longest session, 4.5 hours. We may have gone there once before. I don't remember, but our wonderful group had stressful battle after stressful battle. In the kind of cursed realm of the dagger, seeing more of Joel's memories, seeing important moments of when he had learned about his angelic blood as a child, to when he argued with his parents and it set the deal of having to fake his death and send him away. You fought a very hard fight, but you were able to bring Joel back, at least in the fight for a moment, a spiritual Joel. But with that, you also lost Amdrus with 2 very unlucky rolls in a row. I guess it was technically 3, because you had re-rolled 1. Yes, quite. Amdrus dying in the middle is being succumbed to the dagger, to the curse, but with a extremely lucky roll immediately after, with Amethyst casting Remove Curse, and basically before the dagger was able to fully steal Amdrus' soul, threw it essentially out of the dagger. Unknowing it worked, but it did. In the end, you guys were able to destroy the dagger, sending yourself back to the material plane, in a very emotional ending of a Raise Dead to bring Joel back. It was successful. And then another very emotional and rushed revivify of Amdrus. Using the last of your diamonds with the help of Hara's diamond ring, her wedding band.
I hated that.
But it was enough to bring Amdrus back. We now come right back in to that emotional moment. 2 of you exhausted, being revived. Joel feeling like you've been dead for months, but was only really an hour.
About a month at least.
Yeah. What are you guys doing? In the middle of this field, in the middle of the blooming vale, with 5 children huddling and crying over everybody.
What hit me?
You died from a banshee's howl, and then immediately dropped to 0, and then rolled a 1 on a death save.
I rolled a 20, and you made me roll with this.
It was a disadvantage, and a 1 was an auto death, 3 death saving throws, and you immediately died.
And then you re-rolled it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yes, and then we realized, we kind of backtracked and tried to give you an out, and it didn't work. Hence 3 bad rolls in a row. So yeah, what are you guys doing? As we have very jovial music right now.
I'm just gonna like open his eyes. He's like, "Oh, I've got the worst fucking headache. Jesus Christ."
You can even feel like your body is kind of cold.
Yeah.
Ataim's like literally on top of you.
Yeah, I think we ended with everyone just like huddled and sobbing over.
Puddle.
What? You sob puddle.
You literally say like, I have the worst headache, and Ataim's gonna like raise up and be like, "Don't you ever die again?"
I think I would also like.
Are you okay?
After
like, patting your face. Good.
I think after like reviving, I would also cast Cure Wounds first level on Amdrus, and then I'd probably eventually make it over to Joel too.
Okay.
So,
by the way, I believe you're not on your headset mic. Sounds like you're on your computer mic. Just letting you know. Just realized as you talked there, I was like, oh, that sounds very open space.
Amethyst is probably like palm wiping tears out of her eyes as Rock's hurt.
Hello.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There it is.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate my camera. I don't know what's going on with it. It has a mic on it,
Yes.
but it's never activated itself, so I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
What I was trying to say is I would cast Cure Wounds on Amdrus after revivifying him, and then make my way over to Joel and also do that if allowed.
Yeah, of course.
So
you guys are
both
not
at first level.
For the first moment in this basically entire day, you aren't in immediate danger or rushing to danger.
Shocking.
So you get 10 Amdrus.
Sweet.
And don't forget, Joel, you are at a -4 to any d20 roll.
And
I have
8
that on my
for
note
Joel.
card. Thank you.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna hug Ataim real hard and like, not today, I promise, not anymore today. Once was enough.
As everyone pans to Joel, who has died twice in this day.
I'm Cure Wounds myself real quick too.
I would like to. I'm gonna look. Is Elazar nearby? Can I see?
Yeah, you kind of look up as Zephyr's healing, and you can see Elazar behind. And in that moment, I would say you would all notice any kind of shimmering golden light has faded completely. And Joel, the last time you had seen Elazar, there was this weird, almost connection between both your holy, your shield, your holy symbol, and that doesn't seem to be there anymore.
I would like to look at Elazar, and I'm gonna reach into my bag or into my pockets and grab out that necklace. I'm like, okay, first this one's yours. Take it. Don't take it off ever, please, before my arm falls.
Handing it to Elazar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just kind of take and go. What is this? May I ask?
That's a privacy necklace. As long as you're wearing that thing, no one would be able to scry on you.
Oh. He kind of just clutches it, and you can see him kind of thinking, and he just goes, "Thank you. I will find a way to repay that."
Live and take care of this lovely family. That'll be payment enough. I swear to God, if I have to see Zephyr cry over you one more time, I'm going to kill you.
Hey.
No, it's very touching.
I
It's
feel
very
like she's
touching
gonna
and
be like-
sentimental.
Also, like, lightly punch you.
Ow.
Worried
I'm
that
dead.
she might.
He dies again.
Roll to hit.
God, that would be scary.
I know, right? Like, hey, cut it out. Oh.
I'm actually curious now.
I mean,
Oh shit, 18.
18
Yeah, that'll
does hit. Yeah. You do your strength plus 1.
My strength plus
For
1? Well,
damage.
that's 0, so it's
So it's just one hit point. It's a good thing you healed him, otherwise you would have knocked him
I
out.
would be dead. I would be dead.
Oh my god.
Okay.
But no, I won't actually make you take that 1 point if you want.
No, I took the damage.
Okay,
I have
alright.
10 health. I have 10 health now.
Alright.
Oh my lord, I
I'm
swear to god.
invincible.
I'm like, oh, Zephyr, please. I just died. Fuck.
And kind of in that moment, you'll hear one of the kids, the oldest one, Rico, kind of. I would say Rico. I don't know why. Rico kind of looked to his mom and goes, "So what are we doing now? Where are we going? Back home?"
What?
Oh, we should really get you guys out of here.
Right. About the house. Flew by it on the way over. Probably not there anymore.
You just hear Hara just kind of like sigh heavily and just goes, I assumed.
But
So sorry.
we've got a bit of a
It's-
backup
it's
plan
fine.
for you. Elazar, will you please attune to that fucking necklace before I stab you myself?
And you can see him like already like starting to put it on. He goes, it will take a bit if we want to
It
take
takes
an
15
hour.
minutes, right? Hour?
An hour.
Okay.
A short
Yeah.
rest. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna hang out here for a minute. Let that necklace do its thing. We'll all just sort of vibe out, and then when the necklace is finished, I will take you to a super secret location that definitely no one knows about, where you'll all be safe.
Elazar
So
will
we're
just
gonna
say,
take an hour.
I worry if we take an hour out here. We had ran away from other orders, from River Pass.
Right?
Well, we
No,
can
they're
be
not.
on a move, and then
They're
we can...
yeah. No, because when you're attuned, you have to don't you have to sit and like?
Yeah, it has to be over a short rest, and you cannot have a short rest while you travel, unless you got like a cart and stuff, which you don't
It's a
have.
leisure walk.
No.
If we were just
A like
traveling.
stroll, you
Yeah.
know, like
No.
a leisure stroll.
What it? Oh, wait, do I still have the thing?
We're not.
Give me a
How
second.
loud this music was. Whoops.
Oh, I
sorry,
don't
stream.
have it yet.
Oh no, you
I was
put
gonna
us
be like,
in
oh,
your
I could do that.
you put us in your thing earlier.
I think we used it.
I don't
We
have
did.
access to my character. Hold on, give me a second.
Why?
Because I haven't been able to, correctly pay for my.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But I believe your thing was used.
Was
Yeah,
it?
we did.
It was
Yeah.
used during the thing. Yes.
Yeah, but we
We
got a
went
long
up-
rest from Pelor.
You did. That is true.
Oh,
that happened
true.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened right after.
Oh.
Okay, why aren't you working? No.
Well, because I'm sick. That's why they won't let me go in.
Smart ass.
Whoa.
Got him.
Okay, give me a second.
No, it's fine.
Anyways, my goal would be to
Put them on your lantern.
yeah, or
Yeah.
at least put the family in the lantern.
Yeah. Put the family in the lantern.
Well, I was gonna say, putting family in the lantern would probably be the best thing, and then we can defend ourselves and kind of take a long rest because we didn't see anybody behind the people we just fought.
No,
was,
but it was at Hara's
Well-
place and River Pass that were still, under attack.
Well, at that point, if they go inside the lantern, we can just bamf to next place.
Right. True. Okay.
But at least
don't-
it would give
We
him.
don't have to wait. They get their
Yeah.
short rest in 15 minutes.
I believe, yeah, in 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll bop him into my lantern.
Oh, well, I was like, okay, well, family, you're gonna go on a special little vacation. bit of an outing, really. You know, think of it like a light luncheon. I'll let Amethyst explain it to you, and
More of an
then
inning.
I'll go in with them.
Going in.
yeah,
Just
explain
let me
the
know.
explain
Yeah.
interdimensional travel to them, and I'm going to be over here getting ready to zoom
Yeah,
us to the super secret secondary location.
Uh-huh.
yeah. Amethyst is going to like, I guess, nervously like hold up her lantern, like, I'm gonna bring you guys all in with me into my lantern. It's very cozy, but at least it'll give you a safe place to just relax and attune and rest. And maybe I can also rest a little bit too.
You just see Hara go. Oh,
Would you like me to
okay."
hold the lantern?
Yes, please.
Can do.
And
All right.
Amethyst will be like, it's 100% safe. Everyone else has gone in. It won't do any harm.
It's very beautiful. It's quaint. Feels like clouds. It's great.
All
It is
right.
very cozy. And then yeah, I will activate it, and then the smoke will engulf Elazar, the kids, and Hara, and myself.
All right. With that, the kind of again mist kind of covers everybody, and bringing them in. Amethyst, as you are brought in, you're very used to this. You immediately see all the kids go from like distraught and upset to whoa, and just start running everywhere in every direction. And Hara just goes, "Don't break things." And she just turns to you and goes, "I'm so sorry. They've
It's
had a
okay,
long day."
They have, and hopefully this will be a nice escape for them.
It's very lovely.
Thank you.
Are you sure we're safe wherever we are?
Yes.
How long can we stay in here?
Oh,
I'm
like
so
a
sad
few
about her. Like, I
hours.
am not coping well about Hera right now. Whew.
Okay.
Sorry.
at least a few hours.
Okay.
But yeah, I could still listen out and make sure if anything happens, I can pop out.
Oh, you're not gonna stay. Okay, that's...
No, oh no, I will stay. I'll stay. I can just also hear what's happening outside as well. So if they need me, they can just call for me and I can...
Oh, okay. It's good to know. And you can see her just like, she just looks like she's she's on steam and just trying to
I
keep
would
it
like
together.
to imagine that I do have like a little tea set too also set up.
Yeah.
And I just start like making her and
Oh.
like everyone tea.
Okay.
She's-
You see like Elazar like brings her over to like I still imagine it very like loungy with a place with a bunch of
Yes.
pillows, but I
Yeah.
don't know if okay. And he'll just like bring her over there to like a bunch of the pillows, and you'll see immediately she goes, "Oh, this is nice." And then one of the kids goes, "Mom," and like jumps onto her, like onto the pillows, and she goes, "Oh, okay." Yeah. And Elazar
Alright, so
will like
can we
help
wait?
you make
I wanna-
tea.
I will also during that time just put it out there. We don't have to roleplay anything. I will probably try and play with the kids as much as I can
Okay.
to like kind of let Elazar
They-
and Hara just.
They very much begin to throw pillows at each other, and there is very much a whole situation.
I put the vase that Zephyr gave me in a safe spot.
Yeah, you just start moving
very
like
quickly.
most of what you're doing is moving anything that you brought in that you don't want smashed. As pillows just start flying everywhere, and you can see after some time, like within like the 10 minutes or so, if you guys stay that long and having that short rest, Hara passes out. She very much finds her place of comfort and just like out, no energy, and very quickly all the kids run out of steam and just all are everywhere with pillows everywhere.
I'm just going to get as many blankets as I can and just cover them all and tuck them
Okay.
in.
Okay.
Like every single person.
There's just like hand sewn quilts and comforters
Yes.
just like all over.
Yeah. And yeah, outside of all that, while that's all happening, as everyone kind of goes into the lantern, Atim, you are holding it. What are you guys doing?
I wanna wait like because it's 10 minutes for an hour, yeah.
for a short rest there. Yes.
Yeah. So once they go in, I'm gonna look at that time and be like, right, we'll give them about 15, and then we'll skedaddle back to my parents' house. Get
Right,
the
okay.
shade bar, yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there we'll go to River Pass and we'll stock up on supplies, and then we'll go to River Pass.
There's a casting time on teleport, right?
It's a minute though,
It is a minute,
Oh.
yeah.
so like I don't need that long.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, in that 10 to 15 minutes that you guys kind of just have your own little short rest,
I do want to like look at Joel and be like, so like you were like playmates with Peller. That's wild.
Yeah, let's discuss.
Can we
that.
discuss that for a minute? Actually,
Wait.
hold on. I'm going to like scrounge around for like some berries or something that I can like make up like a snack board real fast for all of us to like sit down and be like, I'd love to hear more about like, is he a good tag player or like hide and seek? Like what's that like? And then I'm gonna like, but now I'm gonna run away and like look for food.
okay.
Did he tell you?
Amdrus was running away.
I don't understand how.
Oh, we may have gone on an adventure. In
Yes,
your mind?
very long. We went on a journey searching for your soul, and we experienced a lot of trauma.
Trauma.
If you would say.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't. He was somebody that would come to me in my dreams. I always dreamed of him. So it wasn't like in real person. But he was just like a friend in my reoccurring dream, and then one day he kind of told me who I am and what my path is.
Well, I think that's sweet of him.
Mhm.
It seemed like you guys had a really good connection. Or at least
Yeah.
he cared deeply about you.
He seemed to have helped us out a bit throughout our adventures so far too, so that's always a good thing. I'm exhausted.
Yes, quite.
Dying
That
twice
is-
is a lot.
That is fair.
Well, in a much needed quick breather, eventually that 15 minutes comes up. Unless there was more you guys wanted to talk about.
Right, like I was just thinking about it. Is he like really good at board games, or is he? By the way, here's some berries, and like I just start handing out like stuff that I found nearby. Oh, and there's some
survival check, how many
mushrooms.
berries?
There's some mushrooms in there too.
Please make a survival check for me.
Oh, I'm so good at survival. So good at survival.
Yeah, you are. Come on.
17.
Hey, Aurora.
17. Okay. They're edible. Yes, Penguin.
I have a spell question.
Yes.
Because I'm just curious. As I have the spell Lesser Restoration, would
Mhm.
I know if that might help Joel in the condition he's in?
You're not sure. You can make a
Kana, maybe?
no, make a nature check.
Medicine.
Nature?
Make it like I'm gonna say a wisdom based nature. So this is basically. Are you proficient in nature?
Yeah.
Okay, so add your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency to whatever you rolled.
Oh, well, I got a 4 rolled, so probably not.
Well,
Regardless.
what is that in total? That's what a 12?
You
This
said
is
my
proficiency?
modifier and what? And my
Proficiency.
proficiency?
And your
so
your wisdom
4 plus
modifier.
8, so 12, yeah.
Okay. 12 isn't that bad. I will say I believe I should be pulling up this spell as I was making you do that. My bad. You're not sure that is quite strong enough. You think you might need something more of like a greater restoration to do that.
Dang it.
I have that too, though. I just don't have it prepared.
Yeah, I mean, both of you
Yeah,
guys
I don't
can
have it
prepare
prepared.
that, but
Yeah. Didn't think we'd need it yet.
you
Fair.
never know when you need it.
You never know.
So is it time to go visit your parents?
Right, yeah. So, anyways, I was just like, Peller's a pretty fair player, right? Like, if you were to
It
play
was-
dice against
It was always
Peller-
in our dreams. I don't see Peller as a dice thrower. We would just kind of hang out and dance in the sunlight of our dreams.
That sounds absolutely lovely.
I love that.
Yeah, I'd worship the man too if I were dancing in my dreams with him.
And you grew up with not many friends. You know, it was definitely something nice to have.
Being an overprotected prince will definitely limit the amount of people who have access to you. Yeah, I understand that. Anyways, I should probably get cracking on this teleportation circle before it gets too late and we get followed by more fire demons. And well, we've already put those children through enough trauma, let alone the poor woman Hera herself.
Did Amdrus just look at his wristwatch? just wondering, because you
An
did the whole-
It's
odd
like,
sailor
ah.
tick.
Well, there's sundials on ships.
You look at how
Wrist
the hair
styles.
moves with the wind,
Yeah,
Like in
the
Hercules.
shadows of the
Yeah.
sun.
Yes. Exactly. Hercules.
All right. So Amdrus, you
I
begin.
crack, and then I look in the sky. I'm like, yeah, getting pretty late.
It's like middle of the afternoon.
Yeah,
Actually, I think it's like 4 o'clock at this point.
sun's getting real
Something
low,
like that.
big fella.
4 or 5.
Time
So, you know, the sun
Are
is
you okay?
starting to go down like a little bit, but not very much.
It's preparing.
Yeah.
Right. So I will start the ritual. Right. This is a ritual. I can cast this as a ritual. No. Fuck.
Nope.
Damn. Yep.
Mm-mm.
So I'll start casting the spell.
Okay.
You know, doing the things, and I will think
Um,
of the location of my parents' home, the safest place I can think of.
Okay. As you are drawing this, just as a reminder, you would have only one more after this, one more use before you need to get the material component again.
Yes.
All right. So as you are drawing this, you kind of find like a more rocky kind of part where you can like draw on it, and you're not drawing in the grass. But as you complete the last sigil, I guess, and it begins to glow. Amethyst, are you jumping out at this point? Or are you staying in it? It's been
I'll
about
stay
15
in.
minutes, and you can hear
No.
all this going on. So, okay.
Or no, you know what? I will jump out.
So, like, as you're finishing, Atim, you notice the like lid of the lantern opens up, and the mist comes out, and Amethyst appears. Just as you're finishing it.
How are they doing?
They're all sleeping.
Lovely.
Is Ella sleeping, or did he focus that whole time?
Ozar was not sleeping.
About to say.
Yeah.
I need that man to
the
get that
kids.
fucking necklace.
Yes,
He's in a different
is-
plane right now. It's fine.
I believe I was thinking about it. It's not like a short rest to attune. It is an hour over a short rest you can do. So he would still need an actual
Yeah,
hour,
he's still neat.
not just the 10 minutes to get a short rest. But the
Well, they're in
kids
there until I
needed
tell you.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. They're in there until I tell them to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they can last up to what, 5 hours? I think it's half.
I
your
think it's
level?
like 6.
Is it 6 hours? I don't remember.
I think it's like a day and a half, 18 hours.
Oh
think
no, it's up to 8.
8.
now.
8. Okay, all right.
I
Oh yeah,
can
it's
have, like, a
twice your
full-
proficiency is what it
It's-
is. Yes,
Yeah,
8
I can
hours.
have like a full long rest in there now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey.
Going to bed. Bye.
Sure.
Next time it rains, I'm outie.
Just like everyone goes into it, and it's just sitting in the grass for 8 hours. Hopefully, won't be found. You don't wake up in a random place. Someone like
I
picked
know,
it
yeah.
up and like in a
Just
car, a
carrying it
random
along.
car. Like everyone's like, Who are you suddenly in a
We're
cart?
just on the, we're just on
Someone
the
realizes
hip
that
of
there's
some
dirt
dude.
on it. They start to try kind of clean it off.
Yeah,
and then
you're
you
all
just like
forced out. Yeah.
come out. And you're like, whoa.
I found 5 genies.
So many wishes.
There you go.
Genies of the lamp.
Yeah.
I get 3 from all of you, right? Perfect. Here's my list.
And with that, as the sigil, the final sigil is cast, it alights with magic, and you have but 6 seconds to get through it. So you all kind of
But
run
6
through.
seconds.
Only
Okay,
about 6
okay.
seconds. You got a round to get in there.
Got a round.
And a round to do it.
Around but 6 seconds.
I
Yep,
hate
a
you all.
round, but-
And as you
That's
guys all kind of run through, I guess it's not really a familiar. You've only experienced it once before, but that sudden, like, you guys almost like hit an air wall. It's just you are suddenly like shunted, and it is just suddenly like in your face, and you lose your breath for a moment. You guys kind of all feel dizzy. I would like all of you to make acrobatics checks, please.
Oh, I'm so good at these.
Or actually, no, fuck that. Make it a dexterity saving throw, which may or may not help some people. So,
I was like, I got a +10 on acrobatics.
sorry.
Oh, that's actually a better roll.
Okay, well, I rolled 17 on the acrobatics. On the dex save, I rolled 12.
Sorry.
I got a 17, but then I -4.
So that's, yeah.
So it's a 13.
Yeah. I see you got a 4. Love to see it.
Yep.
Zephyr, you got a 22, I see.
Yeah.
Nobody's
and
falling on me this time.
Amdrus, what do you
So-
get?
I rolled a 7 + 10 on acrobatics, and then I rolled an 11 + 6 on the dex save.
There
So
you go.
17.
17 either way. All right, as you guys are hit and you guys are suddenly teleported through space, Atim, you are the unlucky one that hits the table in the middle of the room that goes flying as you are just junted into it. You are going to be taking... I am missing a dice. No, I'm not. I'm just blind as shit. 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As
That's not my
with that, you're the only one that falls over. Amethyst and Joel, you kind of have to gather yourself, but you realize you kind of stumble into kind of the opening like foyer kind of section that goes into the living room. As Atim, you just and you just hear clattering of a table suddenly falling over, like a pot that went flying, or like a vase with flowers on it flying and crashes against the ground. You hear the yelp of your mother, and immediately, like, you casted it, Amdrus, so you know exactly. As you appear and you kind of get your bearing, you immediately stop your mother from just swinging a wooden spoon in your direction, not knowing what's happening, just shouting in Halfling, which I believe only you know, correct?
Mhm.
She
I know.
indeed...
Oh,
you also know it. Both of you can tell that she is swearing as bad as a sailor does. Asking who the fuck is in their room or in her house. How dare you barge in suddenly? Before realizing it is you, and she just is disheveled, and she was obviously in the middle of like preparing supper. And she is just like, Amdrus, Stoutgrass, what in the hell are you doing? What did you do to my kitchen? And you hear like thunk, 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 as like your sister's running down and goes, what's happening? And she's like, has like a just like a stick as if it's going to do anything, and she's just running down like ready to fight whatever burglars came in.
Am I... Now, I know I died like a spiritual death, but does that... Because I'm at 10 HP. Physically,
Yes.
how do I look? I guess would be my question based on that.
Probably extremely exhausted.
Like gaunt, like I'm just like...
Not ghostly. You weren't dead that long. But it would be as if, I mean, you went through multiple battles, had a very long day.
You're no Joel. You don't.
Yeah. Joel looks real rough.
Like zombie Joel.
Not that bad. But it does you do look very like shallow of face, Joel. But all of you probably look pretty wrecked, pretty bloodied up as well, bruised and scraped and.
Right. So I'm just like I look at my mom. I'm like, Ma, I needed a safe place to go. It's the only one I could think of. Sorry.
Amdrus, does an 18 hit?
18 does hit. Yeah.
You take 2 points, and I'm just gonna say stinging damage as you hear as the stick whaps you on your leg. As your sister goes, "Okay, you're alive. That's good to know."
I'm like, oh, just
and then
I'm
doesn't even give you a chance to respond, and then turns and goes, "Hi, Zephyr."
I'd probably be waving when I saw her. I was like, "Hi."
And you hear your mom kind of just kind of bats the stick away basically with her like ladle, and she just kind of moves her and she goes, "What? I am at a loss of words, both angry, upset, and happy to see you.
Right.
At least
Hey,
you made it for
sis.
dinner.
Right. We're gonna need a lot more plates and bowls. We've got.
You're gonna need to clean up the plate and bowls, yes."
No,
I'm on it.
More than happy. Yeah. Thank you. Sis, can you do me a favor? Run down to the market, grab, and I'll give her like a grocery list of like stuff for like a soup and like some like good meats from the butcher, and I'm gonna hand her like 20 gold. I'm gonna like keep the change.
You see that she is just so ready for like a sarcastic response, and she's just gonna be like, "No, fuck you." And then as soon as you drop gold, she goes, "Okay." She goes, "Come on, Zephyr," and like grabs your hand, like, and just started pulling you out the door.
Yeah, no, actually,
So you're
good
talking to
idea.
the mother, not.
No, I
Okay.
told
No.
my sis like go
the
get me
sister.
like stuff from the market.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll see you guys later, and then I'm just gonna go out the door with her.
And immediately, the last thing you guys hear, like through the window, as Zephyr, you were being like brought down the road, is like, "So how's the adventures? Did you kill somebody? Did you die? Did Amdrus fuck up a lot? Because I'm sure he did." And it's just asking you question after question without allowing you any
I feel
answer.
like you're making a
basically.
lot of faces, like, yeah, we kind of like, obviously had quite an adventure. Yeah, he may have like,
I
gotten
knew
into some
it.
trouble, and like, there's a lot of like, dying and
God.
aliving, but we're all alive, and it's okay. And like a lot of just like quick summary.
We haven't
Like, yes,
been
yes,
bad.
no, maybe, kind of. Like, it's just like short
Yeah,
answers.
I mean, the whole
Since
reason we
the
had to jump
first
out of that
horses.
tower in the fire village was because of me. So yeah.
They're damn
Yeah.
the thing away from you.
There's a lot.
No, yeah,
Um,
I don't hear, but I was just thinking like oh yeah, that would be like, oh, you want to hear about the time man just fucked up? Let me tell you, we had a perfect.
Oh, yeah. And you immediately see, like, your mom gives you a big hug, Amdrus, even though she is very distraught. And you all notice, I will say you're all there long enough, even you, Amethyst, can notice that in, like, the rug that is there is, like, a small sigil burnt into it. Like, through it and into the, like, what would probably be, like, a wooden or stone flooring.
Nice.
Permanently in the middle of the kitchen.
Nice.
Um,
Should I bring them out now?
Let him
sleep.
rest. I was like, let him rest. Can you hear inside?
No.
Oh.
No, but they can hear you.
They can just let themselves out, right? Or do you have to let them out?
Check in.
You have to let them out.
I have to.
Yeah. This is technically a bonus
Can-
action to let
can-
any
can
amount
you-
out.
Can you? Sorry, mechanics question. Can you just jump in like whenever you want, or you can only?
No, it's only once a day.
Yeah.
So we don't know how they're doing in there.
Yeah, I may have fucked up that one. I just
see.
felt like it might be weird if I was just
It's-
like, "Oh, hey, it's me and several other people popping out of this lantern. How do you do?"
Yeah.
Lots of us were there. We could explain.
It's only been about 15 minutes, so Right, so let's give them an hour, and then we'll
Okay.
we'll let them out. That feels like enough time to just really just recover.
Yeah.
And they were like all kind of napping, so.
Also, would I have gotten? It was only 15 minutes, I guess, that I was in there, so
Yeah,
I would
so
not have gotten a short
No,
rest.
as long as you're
Okay.
within. No, you did get it. Is what I'm
Oh,
trying to
okay,
say.
cool.
Yeah, a short. You get the benefits of a short rest when you're in there for 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Elazar just has to
Cool.
stay in there for at least an hour to be able to attune.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he has to
Damn.
stay in there because then we'll disturb
So
him.
we'll-
Okay.
An hour.
I mean,
And I'll look at my mom and be like, Mom, can I help you with dinner since my friends are going to be stopping by for...
and she does she gives you a big hug and immediately kind of pulls you down as she always does because you're way taller than the rest of your family.
Yep.
And she kind of grabs your face and she goes, "You look like you've had a long day," and just kind of gently pats you and just goes, "If you're feeling up to it, I would love to know, or I would love for you to be here, but and she looks behind you as Ateem's picking up all the plates and Joel just looking like death, and she goes, "But I think you guys might need to sit down for a bit."
Just very dramatically using the wind to try to
Just,
to
bring it to
sweep
you.
everything up. Just okay.
You're having
not-
your magical Disney princess moment.
Yes.
I love that.
You guys have a barn or something?
A barn? No, we don't have
I was
animals.
gonna say, where do we leave our horses? I
We
know
can
we left
barn,
the
where's
sheep.
the
Uh,
horse?
At the stables.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
She goes,
Okay.
"Do you want to sit down?" She looks to you, Joel, mostly.
I think what I'm just gonna go sit outside underneath the tree for a little bit and do some praying, and also I really miss Ray. So I'd like to go sit underneath a tree and bring my familiar back too.
Okay. She just as you're kind of mentioning you're gonna head out, she goes, just be careful out there. Just there's trees behind, but perhaps we should have a conversation before you go into town. A lot has changed.
Well, Zephyr just went into town.
Well, my daughter does not take no for an answer, and I didn't even have the chance to register. She stole your friend away. Looks to you, Amdrus. I'm sorry. You know how she is.
Well, Zephyr's dead next.
We said no more deaths. We said no more deaths.
There's, but there should be some trees behind our house. Just don't go
Fine.
too far. It can get a little
No,
dangerous. We are on the outskirts of town, so.
no, I was just gonna go right outside. I just didn't want to disturb you all.
Oh, I mean, looks to the mess of the kitchen. You already did, so it's fine. um,
Fair.
I'm sorry.
oh, I'm sure my boy's fault, and kind of slaps you in the leg a little bit.
3 more damage.
No. No damage. But yeah, she kind of gets, and she'll kind of help you, Ateem, as you're kind of finishing up. If you help her move the table, and you guys can go sit down in the thing, and she does kind of give you all a hug, Amethyst and Ateem as well, and says it's lovely to see you. And I believe, Amethyst, you've been here before or no?
No.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I was thinking you had.
Never.
No.
So yeah, she kind of gives you, Ateem, as you kind of help, a hug. Just, it's lovely seeing you. I'm glad you're here.
Thanks,
Who's your
thanks.
friend? And she looks over to Amethyst.
Right. This is Amethyst. A good friend of mine and a good friend of Mariana's.
Oh. Well.
Oh,
It is great to hear that.
Amethyst's lip quivers a little bit.
and then she starts bawling.
It's just immediate
Um,
tears. It's just
Oh.
the whole rain cloud just appears. It's just pouring down.
And I realize I completely forget your mother's name. Do you remember off the top of your head, or do I have to go look through my
it's
notes?
We're
Liliana.
gonna have to look for it. We're gonna
Because
have
I
to-
know Liliana. That's what I thought. I was like, is it Lily?
How did
I
you
couldn't remember.
Because I could
Um,
not.
I have it on page 1.
Okay, I
Fuck
didn't
your
want to
mom.
say the wrong one because I know your sister is Petunia.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
was like, I think it's
Yes.
Lily, but yeah, it's Liliana. She goes, well, my name is Liliana Stoutgrass. I am Amdrus's mom. You can tell, I'm sure. She kind of just chuckles.
You're so funny.
See this like older, not too old, but like in her like, you know, probably early 50s, I would assume, which is still pretty young for halfling. So she still probably looks very good for her age. Lots of energy.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amethyst is gonna be like, oh, it's a pleasure to meet you.
And she like, do you put out your hand to shake, or do you just stand there? She will just like give you a hug. Gives you a nice like warm hug. And she goes, well, a friend of Amdrus's is family to me, so you're more than welcome to go.
Oh, no.
No.
Penguin said that their camera was being weird
Being
today,
weird?
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, she'll just go sit down. Make yourself comfortable. I will make some food. Don't worry. You did mention others. Is there more guests coming?
Yes. So how familiar are you with magic?
Well, I do not have it myself, but
Just the magic of a
my-
son's love for his
my-
mother.
well, that's what someone would call it. No, dear Amdrus has seemed to have some knack for it, so I know about it.
Okay. Well, I have a pact with a Dao, and in that I have a lantern that I can. Oh, you're so cute. Sorry. And in that I can bring people in. So right now they're in my lantern. And there are how many children does Hera have?
5 people.
And there are 7 people altogether in my lantern right now.
Oh, we're having like a whole. That's a lot of people. Amdrus, I'm gonna need you to get another table. I don't even think we have a long enough table. You just like think. She goes, there might be one in the shed.
Can I craft anything? Hold on. Oh
I have no
my
idea.
gosh, you're making this so hard.
Actually, you might be able to with creation.
Yeah, do I have it?
Amdrus
I
is
believe
like,
you have 5th level spells now, so yeah.
Amdrus
Yeah,
is
I
like,
do have
right
creation.
on it, ma, and like just out the front, like out the front
Oh.
door.
Hell yeah. People with the shadows. Cool. Yeah, I'll use creation and I will just make this gorgeous crystal table that will last for 12 hours.
Oh, okay.
If you allow me to do that. Because it does say
You create
crystals and
it says
gems.
no larger than a 5-foot cube.
Oh, well, that
um,
sucks.
But you could make,
How many?
I mean, you could do 2 kind of 5-foot. I mean, that's still pretty big, actually. A 5-foot
Yeah.
table, that's fucking big. I was thinking it was like a 1-foot cube. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you can make this.
Huh?
What?
A 5 by 5 foot table fits 4 people.
Fits 4 people, yeah. So I mean, if you want, yeah, because that's
You
what I was
just made the
thinking.
kitty table.
If
Yeah.
you if
Kitty
you want to
table is bougie as
spend,
fuck.
Yeah,
Um,
that's cute.
you do need to have a tiny piece of the matter of the same type that you make.
I have crystals.
But you do. So I was gonna say, if you grab some of these crystals and if you want to use both of your spell slots, you can make 2 more tables.
Sure.
If you want, because it is not concentration; it just takes a minute.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, and you make these.
I will
and
mark off both. My hands are just preoccupied
Yeah,
with
no,
that.
you're totally fine. And you just see her just go, "Oh, you must be a lovely interior decorator. I must pick your brain. These are
Yeah.
gorgeous." She like taps her, just like, "Are these real crystal you just made?"
They'll last for 12 hours. So
She just kind of looks. She goes, "Can you teach my son to do this? This would be really nice."
I mean,
Oh, you said
I-
only 12
I-
hours, so they don't last forever.
unfortunately, no. But
But even still,
at least I know
Great at
if I come in contact with a really nice crystal table maker, I'll let you know.
Oh.
Or
That'd be-
I will pay for a table for you.
Oh.
And
You don't
Amdrus
do
comes
that?
crashing through like, no, we don't have a table long enough, but I figured we could put the kitties on this long bench I found in there.
You're just like
Come in,
dragging
you
a
just see this
bench.
beautiful
Yeah, and you just see these
cork,
two
cork.
beautiful like crystal tables. Just
Or we can have a crystal table.
your
Did
friend
no one tell
can.
me?
Apparently, your friend can make tables. You should learn it. This would be useful.
Well, can she make an amuse-bouche is my question for her.
A what?
No, I didn't fucking think so. Keep your side of the lane.
Language, Amdrus.
Sorry, Ma.
I'm
He's a
sorry.
sailor.
Ah, don't remind me. Uh,
Amethyst just kind of like shuts in a little bit. Like,
and she
Literally
just grabs your hand.
After having set the table back, he's literally sitting in the table just watching the rest of this happen.
Yeah.
Like, I've done my duty for the
eating
night.
some like
We're
six
good.
grapes off of a
She
vine.
was she was about to like tell you to go help Amdrus as like Amdrus was just dragging or something. She goes, Atim dear, could you help bring that back by any chance? You look very comfortable, and thus meaning you can do something, yes?
Of course.
Thank you. And then she just grabs your amethyst and grabs your hand, Amethyst, and she goes, and please, dear, you've done plenty already. You can sit down and rest. And she goes, I think you're my favorite already. She waits until Atim is gone to say that. Just don't tell
It's like a
Atim.
disturbance. I'll tell you this is like a disturbance, a hard wind.
Yeah, just like ears are burning slightly.
Like what?
And yeah, she.
I've fallen from the mother's favor.
Hello?
And yeah, she just goes, I don't know if I have enough plates. I'm sure we do. And she like starts like scrounging around. Eventually you hear the door open, like Amdrus and Atim, as you brought the bench back. As you're about to like come back, you just see the window open, and she just shouts, Amdrus! I'm sure there's extra cutlery in there too. Go look for it. And then shuts the windows. You guys have to like turn back, and but she's gonna make you work. You guys are exhausted.
That's a 17 for investigation.
All right, yeah, you were able to find some kind of old. You'd have to clean them a bit, but enough plates for a large family. I would assume as halflings go, they probably have a lot of family scattered about. So the very few times when so many people come over for some kind of holiday, they probably have stuff stored.
I do imagine them to be hobbits.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're halflings, so yeah, that's essentially what they are. And with that kind
Part
of
of the reason why I chose them.
yeah. With all that, we will jump to Zephyr and Petunia as you are dragged down the long road. And you know what? No, I won't do it quite yet. I was gonna move it over to the map,
Oh.
but
20.
actually, I can do this.
Just move Zephyr.
I mean, I could do that, correct, but no. I will bring it over. So again, 18 is Amdrus' house. They live in the outskirts of town. And she is kind of bringing you down the road, and as you're bringing it, you can see, even from up on this hill, kind of going down to the city, the kind of wreckage that had been left over from the blights that had attacked the town months and months ago. Plenty cleanup has happened. There is still construction happening, but they have, from the last time you were here a few months back, they have completed some homes, or at least enough for people to live in them again. But you can see the big vines kind of breaking into them. It's kind of nice for, as a druid, you can kind of see they're kind of living with the vines instead of cutting them down in a lot of places. Mostly because that would take a lot more time, and they haven't had that time. But you can see a lot of the people, a lot of the town is still bustling.
Wow, I like they're done with the place.
He goes, yeah, I don't think it was by choice.
Yeah. Do you guys need a little help?
Oh, Oh, you might want to talk to the new mayor. We got a mayor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's that?
Did you ever meet the innkeeper? And I believe you did, like, briefly.
Oh yeah, we definitely did.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
we
I guess
met.
there was a
Yeah.
couple times that at least Zephyr.
She hates me.
We
I can't
voted for.
remember
Like I
her
know
name.
Joel voted for her.
Isn't her name like it
It's
starts with a K?
yeah, it's Kalisa.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Because-
Mother Karna.
It's not Mother Karnov. That is a total different town.
Sargon.
Go to Stonebrook and find out who that is.
I'm on my way.
And she goes,
Yeah.
she's the new mayor. She doesn't work at the inn anymore.
Well, I figured.
Yeah,
I feel like being a mayor is a pretty big job.
it is. And my dad now is the official deputy and goes out hunting a lot. We have Harbrook, who is the constable. I think you've met him. He is no longer a butcher also, which is nice. And she just starts listing all these like names that you don't even recognize.
Nodding, yep, like
Where's-
as if I
where's-
know.
Where's Brain?
You hear you do hear a few names. You do hear like Harbrook, or the constable Harbrook, his wife Jalen, that you had briefly met, who is the butcher. There's somebody working there, which you guys will meet, and she talks about. Oh, I don't even have my notes up. Apologies. Hold on.
After you spent all that time.
Well, it's because it has to be on my laptop. It was not on my laptop. Thank you. But she'll mention someone named Lily, like a beautiful woman's running the inn. You hear where the fuck and she talks about a very handsome boy named Tristan that's moved in, that works in the stables, that works with his dad a lot.
Okay, that's pertinent information.
Sorry, I am trying to find it. Yeah, she mentions that there is a younger lady named Bess that works with the meats that you're gonna meet, and she's like, she's so funny, she's so nice, and it's just starts listing all these names that you're just like, okay, sure. You don't even know if they were previous or new people or whatever. She starts talking about her friends that like used to live over there, but that is destroyed, so now they've like moved, and you get like a full overload update. And she goes, oh, and there's this really strong woman that comes once in a while. I think she's here this week. She's like one of the king's knights. She's all this pretty armor and everything. It's like, it's so cool to see them like flying on their griffins and visiting. I think you should meet her. She's so nice.
Yes, Zephyr.
Yeah.
Meet the knight.
She goes, I don't know if we have time though, because we gotta make food. My mom will be mad if we're late for supper. But after supper, I'll bring you. I'll ask mom, and maybe you can go meet her.
Okay.
He goes, I think her name is Jacqueline. Jacqueline Dusk or something. It's really cool. She's really cool.
Mommy?
Have we met them out of character? For
You
some reason, I feel like we
don't
might have.
recognize that name.
Okay.
You've been one of the ones that you saw
Someone
in
got
Dagger.
promoted.
Because you saw 2 hot female Feathergale knights in the Dagger.
You know, let's
I
find
wanted
out.
to bang both of them.
And like as you guys are walking, she goes, oh, and Harbrook now is living oh god. She goes, what's their name? They're no longer here. They got arrested, but their kid's here and they're living with Harbrook now and Jalen.
Oh, the little boy that we saved. Is that okay?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I believe his name was
When you
Brian?
fell over the.
I think it was
the window.
Braylon was the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fix it's like I
Yeah,
think Brennan? Is that what it was? Braylon.
Braylon.
Oh, Braylon. I was right. Oh shit, that was off the top of my head.
Heather.
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 Otherhand.
Otherhand, yeah.
TH.
Yes.
Yeah.
TH.
And she goes, and I think they fixed the window that you jumped out and that you broke through your horns. and she's just talking about all this stuff. And eventually you do make it, and you can see that where and initially this is essentially 13. At the top there. It used to be, it's kind of still on the map. I didn't change the map. But it used to be basically the 4 almost identical buildings that were the butchers, the smokers, the jailers, and you remember, at least you vaguely remember, the constable was also like helping his wife, and like the deputy was also like basically moonlighted as butchers, and they were very overworked. And you'll see that 2 of the 4, the main buildings of the butchery and like the smokestack and everything behind it, are relatively untouched, if not fully fixed. But you can see behind it, the other 2 were destroyed in the attack, and there's a much larger building pretty much built. There's still sections they're working on, and you can see that it has you can see that there's like a section of it kind of through like a wall that's not fully built, that are just like jail cells. And she goes, see, they're no longer butchers. And she like points towards it. She goes, he's got his own office, and so does Dad. He has his own office now. It's nice. I like to sneak in there when my dad's not working. Don't tell him that.
Whenever.
And like you kind of open up to the door to this this butchery, or this, and you can see there's a new sign that says Tuthmaller Meats. Marler. I can't speak. It's hard. It's a long name. It's a Tuthmarler's Meats. And she opens up, and there's like a little bell, and you're immediately hit with the smell of it's like cold in there. There's like meats and kind of the smoking. What?
Zephyr's vegetarian.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, whether Zephyr is a vegetarian or not. You are a druid, but who knows if that means anything.
Look, I just said that her favorite food was a salad. That's all I
I think you
said.
just threw
I'm trying to ask because I couldn't remember if that was established.
I don't know.
She just likes salad.
No,
That's it.
probably because Amdrus cooked with plenty of meat.
Relatable.
Oh yeah, that's
Fair.
true.
So.
That's right. Okay.
I
just thought it would be
Social
really
media
funny.
There. How about that?
There you go.
Social. I just thought it would be really funny. Like
yeah.
we send Zephyr to go get the meats, and Zephyr's vegetarian.
Yeah. I mean, penguin is. I know that. And yeah, you see not who you would normally see, which is Jalen, the constable's wife, who kind of runs that behind the counter. You would see a kind of younger, maybe like mid-20s, early 20s human girl, kind of with dirty blonde to like light brown hair, kind of just pulled up with like essentially like a hairnet on, and in kind of just like an apron. She looks kind of has this like mousy look to her, and she just goes, "Oh, Petunia, hello. Who's your friend?" And she just kind of stares a little. Again, Dragonborn's not very common. And she goes, "Hi, Bess. My mom, well, my brother. This is my brother's friend. This is my friend who also happens to know my brother. But her name is Zephyr. She's great, but we need lots of meats. I guess we have a big dinner coming.
Yeah, we need about 5 and 7, 12?
No, 3 for my family plus the 5 of us plus 7, so
15.
15.
She goes, "There's more people coming?" Like Petunia like looks at me. She goes, "Whoa, are we having more family?"
I think, well, kind of a second family over. I think you'll like them.
Okay, sounds great. And you just see her like Bess just kind of go, "Oh, just a mix of things."
Yeah. Sure,
Okay.
I don't know. What would your brother want?
I specifically asked for like certain cuts of meat. Like I was like, because I'm
But
making a stock, like a gumbo soup.
Okay.
Yeah, unless Petunia remembered, Zephyr
Art.
would not have.
Petunia would
Amdrus gave a
remember, yeah.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the sister, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, Petunia has decent intelligence, and she like remembers it, and she goes, I think that was it. And she goes, yeah, and just like lists all this stuff. And you gave her 20 gold, right?
Yeah, it like mostly I wanted like sausages and like ground like meats.
Okay.
Specifically.
Okay.
I also have extra I can give too.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say like with all this, it's probably like maybe 8 gold. And then you sent her to grab a couple other things, right?
Yeah, because I think Amdrus would have like picked up enough seasonings, but I also need like veggies to add into the soup to like really beef it up.
And like she kind of like after that you are kind of like dragged along Zephyr like down the main road, and you can see you see some people that are like kind of familiar, but you didn't really know. You just recognize them from last time you were in here or like in the town. And eventually she ends up kind of walking you to it's actually on the complete opposite side of town. So you kind of walk through the main thing, and she is talking, and you kind of pass what was the Tarnlar's like clothery, the one you snuck in, the clothing makers, which is 4 on the map. And she goes, "This is Kalisa's office now." And she's like, she cleaned out all of Miss Tarnlar's like clothing materials and stuff and gave it to the other lady. She's really fun. She makes all these fun like clothings and stuff. I'll have to show you.
Oh yeah? Are we gonna stop by, or will we walk by it on the way?
She goes, yeah, it's just over here. And she just like gets sidetracked as soon as you say it and just starts dragging you towards it. And you will see it is number 6 on the map. So it's very close by. And she brings it down, and you can see this small shop that you recognize was there before. Like this isn't like new, but it didn't really seem like you guys never kind of went to it. You kind of went around it to other places around, I believe, if you were with the group when they did. But you'll see this kind of small stuff, and you'll see Miss Dragon's clothier, and you will see this like the door frame is like pinned with a bunch of different color of material kind of all along it to kind of give this colorful look of it. And she kind of points through the window. You can see that it's draped by these like mismatched kind of drapes that are obviously hand sewn. They're like very nice, but it's just weird different materials, probably scraps put together. And you can see in this kind of older woman kind of wearing, again, a mismatch of colors and texture, or colors and shapes and everything, with this kind of, probably in her like late 50s, with this kind of graying red curly hair that's like pulled up. You can see like sewing needles are like put into a bun to kind of pin it there. And she's like making something. And she goes, "That's Miss Drekken. She makes things, and she's made a dress for me one day, and it's really nice." She's like, "She's really fun and nice. Do you want to go in and meet her?"
Sure.
And she'll like
I think a few extra minutes.
drag you up and like open the door, and immediately you see this woman kind of turn and goes, "Oh, hello, Petunia. Did you like the dress? I mean," she goes, "I love it. You should make one for her." And just like runs in as you kind of walk in, and she just like goes, "Oh, hello. I think I've seen you around. Have I?"
Yeah, it's been a little bit. I've been through town way ago.
You do stand out. And she kind of smiles, and you can see these kind of like soft green eyes and these like smile lines, smile like wrinkles. I will say is like a meta thing. Think like an older Miss Frizzle. Like from the Magic Tool Bus, like just the matching, like the dress of just different crazy colors and different, like kind of a fantasy older Miss Frizzle. And
I love her.
Yes.
She just like moves over to you, and she like drops what she's doing, and she just goes, "Well, it is lovely to meet you," and like reaches out, like kind of gives like a bit of like a curtsy,
please.
you.
And then I'm probably would also like give a nice gesture, but letting her know that she doesn't need to do the whole formality.
She's like, well, welcome to my shop. It's kind of boomed since the competition's gone, but I'm glad to see Petunia's bringing in more people. Is there anything you'd like?
Not in particular. I was actually, and I'm gonna kind of like whisper over if there's something for Petunia.
Oh, and you can see like Petunia's already like looking at different things that she's making, and she just goes, well, she's had this eye on this dress that I had worn, I think a few weeks back, and she wanted a copy of it, and I haven't got around to making it, but I could.
I mean, I think it would be a sweet surprise. I think she'd like it, and then I want to give her. I don't know how much. Like, I think it would be
How much do
20
you think it would
gold,
be?
or
Do you give her 20 gold? What do you give her?
I'm gonna give her 5 platinum instead. I don't know. I don't know how much her stuff is gonna be worth.
Okay, you drop 500, and she goes, oh dear, this is so much. And she just like gives you like 4 platinum back, and she goes,
Okay,
this will be plenty.
that's okay. Keep all of it. I don't mind at all.
Are
We
you
give her money
sure?
so freely.
You just hand out money all the time. It's so, and you shock the people. You are just rocking the economy at all times. And she just goes, oh, this is way too much. I cannot accept this.
Maybe helpfully it can help like with like any other goods, like if you have your eye on any other rare materials. Don't worry, it's okay. It's on me. I don't mind at all.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I will make sure to throw in, you know, the weather's being a little crazy, but it's supposed to be getting kind of cold soon. So I'll throw in some jackets, maybe some warm fleece clothes for you as well. And she kind of brings it. Just, your name was what was it again? I'm so sorry.
You know Amdrus, right? He's from here. I'm good friends with him.
Oh, that makes sense. Kind of pointing to Petunia, and she goes, well, it is an absolute pleasure meeting you. My favorite customer already. She says, do you mind if I do some measurements?
Sure, why not?
And you guys kind of take the... Yeah?
No, sorry, I hate the gift that was posted.
Okay. And she kind of quickly like measures how tall you are and everything, just kind of like dances around you, and she just goes, you're all set. And she just kind of does another like bow towards you, like a little curtsy.
No, please, it's all good. I promise.
She's like, well,
It was a pleasure meeting you.
It was a pleasure meeting you. I cannot wait to see you come back.
I wouldn't either.
And yeah, kind of with that, seeing that you got like measured up and everything as you guys are walking up to her, she goes, "What'd you get? What'd you get?"
You'll see soon. I want to keep it a surprise.
I'm excited. I'm sure she can find some lovely colors that go with your scales.
Oh, I'm sure she will.
Her
store looks really great. Seems like she really has a knack for this.
She has so many cool things. Tarnlar's were so boring. It was always like formal stuff, but hers is so fun and they're like everyday stuff. It's so cool.
And I much like the people much better.
Me too. Tarnlar was always mean, but I do miss the kids.
Oh, are the kids not in town anymore either?
No, I think they moved to Kaiman?
Oh.
Or something. I think they had relatives up there.
Ah, well, sometimes it's nice to be close to family.
It's true. Though, I don't know if I would say the same about Amdrus. I guess I'm happy he's home. And she'll just keep on, like, skipping down, kind of giggling to herself.
Comes and goes.
And eventually you are moved to, and you've been, I think you had been there before. It's all the way, it's 11. It is the, Valavos Sundries, and it is this, like, warehouse-looking place with basically anything you could look for. And she just starts, like, picking up different spices and things and vegetables and stuff like that. And yeah.
Do we ever pass by like the bakery or anything?
You do. You actually, the Clothier's is right next to the bakery. You would have probably
Okay.
smelt.
I would have probably also mentioned like, hey, do you want to get any desserts? And then probably like bring home like 3 of them or something.
Okay. Yeah, on your way back, you can totally. And I will say, if you remember, well, I don't know if you would remember, but metagame, the baker was actually one of the believers that were arrested.
Yeah, I just don't remember the name.
And you can now see that the name, it was Lauren's Bakery, has been like scratched out and repainted as Vervum's Bakery. And as you go in, it is Vervum's. Verum's. I put 2 R's in there by accident. Verum's. And it is, again, it is very tidy. It is this aromatic kind of place. You just smell freshly baked pastries. And you can see this like male halfling that is like very like young and thin and like super skinny, and he's just like running around doing everything like by himself, and he is just like on the go. But he does like pop in and just like say hi to Petunia and like greet him as he is a Verum Orphan. Orphan? Nope. Yeah, actually that is technically how you pronounce it. That's not how it's spelled, but sure. It is Orphan. Well, that's fine. Didn't say that.
Orphan.
Didn't. Well, it's yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. I just never said it out loud, so that's weird. But anyways,
Or fan.
Orphan.
I
Yeah.
would probably ask, like, as we're entering Petunia, like, what's your favorite dessert?
She goes, oh, well, I don't know if he makes it the same. Sorry. She goes, I don't know if he makes it the same, but I know before when Mr. Lauren was here, he'd make these like honey nut bar things. They were so good. Yeah, as I was saying it,
Sorry.
I was like, it's popped in my head too. And you just hear in the back kind of a laugh, and this guy just goes, yeah, I mean, I can make them, but I don't know if they're any good. And he kind of like hands out a few to Petunia, and she kind of bites into it, and she goes, they're still pretty good to me. He goes, good to know. Everyone always asks for them, so I make them.
Great. We'll take some of those, and then I'll probably ask Petunia what's her mother's favorite dessert. Since we did, wreck a little bit in her house.
Fair. Off the top of my head, what pops in my head is like sweet tarts, which there would be plenty, and I'm sure Atim would be very excited for that. And I'll say you will have to dip maybe like two gold into your own with everything. Actually,
Veggies yet?
no, they did, but it probably wasn't that much as well. Actually, no, you probably wouldn't. There would probably still be like, you gave her 20 gold, right?
Yeah, I gave her a
Yeah.
fuckload for
There's
groceries.
still probably like 8 gold left over. It's fine, so you're good. Zephyr.
Okay, because I would probably get that, and then something general.
And just some other kind of desserts and pastries and stuff. There's kind of all these like
we'll
little
do some
cakes
fancy
and
chocolate cake.
yeah.
A lava cake. There we go.
Ooh, a lava
Ooh,
cake.
I haven't had one in so long. That's so good. Oh, now I'm
Guys,
hungry.
let's go to
Um,
Applebee's.
What's an Applebee's? Why are your bees in your apples?
Yeah, and that's weird.
I've never
Uh,
been to an Applebee's.
Me neither.
Actually, I think Chili's has the lava cake.
I've never
Welcome
been
to Chili's. It's all I think. I've never been to one either.
Hi, welcome
Welcome
to Chili's.
Anyways, and with that kind of everything, as you're walking back to the home, you do notice that like she like runs to the other side and like half hides behind you as you guys are walking over, and just like grabs onto your arm.
Is she like scared, or is she just wanting to hold my
No,
arm?
she seems to be like hiding from somebody.
Okay, I'm gonna look around,
She goes, don't
but
look.
I don't know if this is
She
like
just
a.
like slaps your arm. Don't look.
Perception
Well, can I
check.
do like one of those like just kind of like look with my peripherals but not turn my body, like kind of like
Sure.
a stealth look?
Oh, I'm sorry.
A
Yes,
s-
you
a
said you
sleight of
totally
a
can.
hand with a perception check.
Um,
Go.
Yeah, like
Actually-
what is that?
Yes, please do that. A sleight of hand and then a perception check. 'Cause that's hilarious.
Sleight of hand is 16,
Okay,
and
yes.
perception is it's a natural 1.
Yes.
You like do it so stealthily that you don't even notice like anything. You just notice as you're like walking by, you notice there's a few horses in a stables as you walk by, and that is all you got.
I'm gonna whisper over to her like, is it the horses? Like, is there something wrong with the horses?
Shh, no. And she just like hurries you along, and you can just see her. She's like blushing a bit.
I think
Just-
like once we get maybe like a little bit, like if I could tell she's like taking off in front, I'd probably like do like a full turn around and look.
Yeah, as soon as she
Like,
she goes, "Ooh, we're safe." You just like turn. Sure, make another perception check.
Okay.
Just like
Oh, it's almost about to be a natural 1 again.
Oh.
19 with a 4, so 23.
Yeah,
There we
you
go.
you do a quick turn and you just hear go, why? You turn and you can see while you see a few like multiple horses kind of in different pens, you do recognize a few of them as some of the ones you've left here.
Hey!
And you can see they're being tended to. You can see this like probably like late teens, early 20s, kind of young man with kind of this messy black kind of wavy tousled hair. Very
Is it the
like
stable hand you
it
mentioned?
is the stable hands that is like taking care of the horses. Kind of a bit of like I think it's olive skin. It's a bit more of like a natural tan skin. And these like dark eyes, and he's just kind of there we go. And she just goes, "That's Tristan. He's so handsome."
Yeah, why don't you tell him that?
Shh, no, he's. My mom says he's too old for me.
Well, that's fair, but I think you could still try to be friends.
I mean, he's really nice. I talk to him a lot. I like the horses. I mean, you guys left horses here, and I always checked in on them. And then when him and his family moved in, he started working with them. He really likes the animals. He takes good care of them. His name is Tristan.
Yeah.
He's the one I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, I putting two together makes sense.
And she just goes, his last name is Fairlight. Isn't that just gorgeous?
Yes.
And you can just see her like this like 13-year-old girl that is just like dreaming, and you can just goes, it'd be nice to have that last name. And she's just like walking, and she just starts to kind of off in her head. You can just see she just has the hugest crush on this boy.
Just cursive
know,
Petunia Fairlights all over her room.
100%.
and then here comes Ataib to wreck it all.
You know.
Atai, Mr. Steele, you're a man. Oh,
Well,
you like
know,
him? Dibs.
Well, you know, since he's taking care of the horses, maybe you guys can go riding sometime. I mean, there are a couple of them,
She goes,
and they're ours. I'm sure we could let to use it for a few hours.
that's a good idea. Dad has shown me how to ride horses. Because
There you go. And she's gonna Zephyr would nudge her a little bit.
and you just see her face start to go red. She goes, that means I have to ask. What if he says no? What do you do when someone says no, though? Do you just awkwardly walk home and never talk to them again?
He's
Yes.
missing out.
You disappear off the face of the earth.
My nose is bleeding. Oh my gosh.
And you can just see her she just starts asking all these relationship advice, girl talk to you, which I'm sure Zephyr has fucking no idea. But I mean, that's up to you. Do you think Zephyr would
She would know
of-
some things that would be good with animals, like the horse idea. But actual relationship, she'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah, she just starts asking how do you ask a boy out? What do you do when you ask him out? If he says yes, do you live with him? Like it's it's
Also,
You
yeah.
just can
young
hang
that-
out. I think you can just hang out, and that's just that.
I think according to Celeste, you have to move in immediately.
Oh my god! Wow! Fucking on stream. Wow.
I will
God damn
have
it.
you know,
Outward
it was
blood.
not my idea.
God damn. And with that, you eventually make it back after having this.
Oh my God. Someone get the fire extinguisher.
You can choose how Zephyr feels after just being bombarded by like teenage or young teenage questions about boys.
I feel like after a little bit, she's like gonna be like, you know what, you're right. I think you're not old enough for this, and she's gonna slowly start speeding up to get home with
Yes,
everything. I was like, I think we need to make it back for dinner.
He goes, oh yeah. She goes, I'll race you, and then she just like books it. And you're just left with like the majority of the.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like,
groceries,
yep, dirt.
yeah. She like grabs she drops most of the bags except for one, and she just like is running, and she's like has the pastries basically, and you just like
All the
grab the
one
rest
thing
and
of
slowly, yeah.
All the tarts are just everywhere.
Just shooken up. And yeah, eventually, Amdrus, Atim, and Amethyst, you guys are there, and Joel. I guess we can cut to Joel. I believe it's an hour of a ritual, right? And that's probably enough
It is.
time for Zephyr and everything. So as you kind of go to behind in this kind of like little thicket of trees that are behind their house, you can cast. And is there anything you would like to do in this time by yourself?
Not really. I think he's just really tired, and he's pretty sad. So I think he would just cast that and kind of pray.
Okay. And kind of in that, with the incense and the charcoal, you see the magic take hold, and Ray appears and very quickly runs up and kind of nuzzles into you.
I think Joel would just start crying probably at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he would rush back in. I think after that he would like to spend some time just by himself.
Okay. Then Zephyr, you make it in, and you walk in as Amdrus is helping his mom probably cook what she was cooking, and then finish preparing that as you guys come in with more. And Petunia just starts like rattling off of like, oh, Zephyr got to meet Miss Draken, and she's gonna get a pretty dress like me, and all this, and is just all excited. And you see immediately your mom is just like, okay, Petunia, you've had your running around. Calm down. Go wash up for supper, okay? We're gonna have a lot of company. She goes, oh, okay.
I think after
Wait.
hearing like everything that my sister said, I'm gonna like stop like cutting like whatever veggies mama has. Go. A dress, Zephyr, really?
I feel like, well, like I was gonna say, like as I come up to the house, I'd probably also shout for Amdrus.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
fair.
if you'd make your way out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's true. Petunia would be just like rattling all this, and you look over and you just hear Zephyr like carrying. You see like through the window down it, just carrying all of this. And
I feel like it's
Oh,
almost
Jesus.
like so much that it's just like you kind of see her head cockeyed, trying to look
Yeah,
to see if
just
she's
like-
not gonna run to
It's like
something.
it's like one eye, almost like Amdrus.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Is
I'll
this
run out.
enough food?
Like I'm running like, oh god, hopefully. And, like I grab like a bunch of stuff, like one arm with like one arm with like a crate of like veggies, and like another hand with like a bag. I'm like, all right, well, let's fucking go.
That time stirring a pot for no reason. Just he's there stirring
Yeah.
a pot. Like
just catching up with Mama
Yeah,
Amdrus.
Trying to reestablish the #1 spot.
uh-huh.
I mean, you do have a very high passive, so maybe you heard it as you were like walking out the door. Yeah, kind of in this hour. I mean, is there anything you guys would like to do, Amdrus, Atim, and Amethyst, or
was
just
gonna-
rest?
What's new in town?
I feel like at some point Amethyst might pull Ataim aside
Sure.
and just be like, "Do you still have those bird notes?"
Don't sleep with cute stable boys.
I do. Yes, I do.
Would I be able to borrow one
Sure.
or use one?
Goes in back, gets the bird. And there you go.
Cool. What's her name?
The love of my life. What is her name?
You didn't remember your mom's name. Shut the fuck up.
Always
Well, I'm
remember.
gonna heal myself a bit more
Uh,
while I'm out there by myself too, just so you know. Like I'm
Sure.
taking care of the spell slots and rolling the
Yeah.
dice.
Okay.
I'm gonna write Senya a little note and just be like, I hope you're doing okay, and if you're not, I'm hoping to come and help as soon as I can.
Okay.
And basically just going to see if it even takes off.
Oh.
Okay. As you write this, and you walk up to the window, and you finish it, signing, I assume, your name?
Yeah,
Or do you leave another rock with it?
I'll leave another rock with it too.
Okay.
Very small pebble.
And a team, you would know like the command word and everything, and you go to send it, and your heart stops for a moment
Don't do this.
Oh,
before it begins to fold up, eventually turning into a bird and flies out the window.
And yeah, she is just probably going to like feel like she might go outside and go into the sun and just kind of cry a little bit to herself.
Okay.
Just be like relieved.
And I will say it didn't take any longer than normal, but because it doesn't do it immediately, it's just that
Yeah.
dragged out of that panic. But it did, and as you walk outside and you see it fly out, you just have a moment as the sun is starting to slowly go down. It's probably pushing like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock now.
and I'll after I finish making like the gumbos, like big
Yeah.
giant pot.
All the grocery comes in.
Yeah. I want to look at I want to like yell at like Amethyst. Can you invite our dinner guests out, please?
For sure. I'll probably bring them outside so it's not like a cluster.
I
inside.
assume like as you're
Yeah.
outside and having your moment, and once they're kind of ready.
And I'll kind of give a little heads up, like, if anyone's awake, I'm gonna bring you guys out now.
Okay.
And if no one else is awake, maybe wake them up. And I'll like kind of wait like 30 seconds to a minute, and then I'll bring everyone out.
Okay. And as you do, the smoke kind of comes out. And as everyone apparates, everyone is up. Like in that moment of seeing them through the smoke, you can see like 2 of the kids are like holding onto pillows. And it just disappears because they don't come
Yeah.
outside. And they go, oh. And they're just like tired. They're all like sleeping. And
I'm so sorry. Did
the
you
one
sleep
kind
well
of
though?
yawns. Yeah. And just like wakes up immediately. It's like one of the younger ones. And Harriet's like, that was very lovely. Thank you so much. She
Of
kind of looks up. She
course.
goes, how long were we in there? A couple hours?
A couple hours. I wanted to let you guys rest, but we have food ready soon.
And she kind of looks around. She goes, oh, are we in Shadeborough?
I honestly don't know.
She goes, she like looks down. She goes, it's changed a lot since I was here. Wow.
I think this is the furthest away from the mountains I've ever been.
Oh.
There are no Shadeborough.
And
Amdrus, do you want to introduce them? I feel like this
Right.
is your specialty.
Right.
they're all kind of
And I
outside.
feel like Zephyr's gonna try to take over for what Amdrus was ever doing.
And Joel,
Attempt.
I assume this is like
just-
you brought them out. I assume after you're like pretty much ready to serve.
yeah, we're ready to
essentially.
serve. Yeah.
So it probably would be another hour or so after they gotten back. So Joel, you've probably been out for maybe 2 hours, something like that. And you would hear the commotion of the family coming to, unless you want to stay there longer.
I think if I heard that, I'd probably head towards Hara.
Okay. And yeah, they're
And
kind
the
of all
kids.
outside. And yeah.
Introduce them to Ray because they've never. I don't know if they've ever met Ray. I don't think they have. The kids probably would like to.
Yeah, I mean, if they hadn't, they're very excited. Like, all the kids are like, ooh. The youngest one, like, being 4, very grabby. I'm sure Ray doesn't care, but he just, like, kind of like, ooh. Like, just hold on to this, like, scarf of fur, and you're like, okay, all right, that's a lot.
Let it breathe.
Yeah.
Ray looks at Joel like, "Did you bring me out here just to suffer?"
I'll
Twice now. I have to.
And also, Joel, I would like you to make a perception check too, by the way, while you were out there.
Okay.
all the children have been possessed.
This is kind of slightly retroactive. We're loose with time.
11.
Okay. You're very focused on your moment with praying and bringing Joel.
Ray,
Joel.
Ray,
That's
Ray.
you. Bring Ray back and everything.
And I want to like,
Who's hitting the
where's my? I think at this point I'm like, where's Pa? Shouldn't he be home by now, or what the? What's going on with him?
And I would say over the hour, she probably mentioned he's been like more about like how his job has kind of changed and now they're not like working the butchery and kind of that kind of update. She goes, he's probably back soon. They've had a lot of paperwork lately. Unfortunately, with the war going on, taxes have kind of been a lot to deal with, and that is more Kalisa. Mayor Kalisa is doing that, but I know Constable still has a lot of those paperwork going back many years, so they work together, and I know your dad is willing to help, so he's probably working late.
We'll have to save him a couple bowls then. All right. Let's not let the food get cold.
We can also, I'm sure, if you want to go get him, or well, maybe we can get Petunia to go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
How's Brain doing? Is he still around?
Brain.
Good. I know he's been helping a lot with kind of keeping the order of everything and helping with a lot of the constructions and everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Well, sis, I'm gonna introduce you to everybody, and then I need you to go grab Pa real fast from the.
You just see her kind of
station?
go, fine, okay.
No, it's gonna be fine. Anyways,
I was half expecting her to put her hand out for more money.
That's what her was like, fine. I still she just like pats her pocket, you can hear the jingle of the change left, and she goes, alright.
I'd like you to meet Ma and Petunia. I'd like you to meet a wonderful family along with Zephyr's not father.
Not my
figure.
father.
And you
But
see
a
the mom
father
go,
figure.
oh, not father. Okay.
Mentor.
Mentor.
No, we're not related at all. You can tell.
I assume they're still outside when you're saying this, but
I mean, we're not blood related, but we're still family. And I'm assuming the
This is
same
true.
situation occurs between you and Elizar. Anyways, we'll get into semantics later. Anyways,
Like look towards
this
Elizar,
is
like
anyways,
Sorry.
Ma Petunia, this is Elizar, Hara, and her bevy of children.
and you just
There's
see it like,
Rico
as the
and-
door opens and kids start running in, and she just goes, oh, I didn't realize a bunch of kids were coming. Oh, okay. And she gets like excited, like she's just down for children.
loves kids.
Yes,
The grandkids that Amdrus has not supplied her with yet.
Yeah.
correct. Basically, she just goes,
Exactly.
oh, and she just like greets, and you can see Hara, and she goes, Hara, that name sounds familiar. And you'll see Hara just kind of goes, yes, I used to live in Shadeborough when I was just a wee lass. My family used to live here. She goes, yes, I remember now. Because, yes, we ended up moving down to Sun Meadow many years ago. So I haven't been here in a long time. She goes, well, it's definitely grown since we were children. And Hara goes, and destroyed slightly? And she goes, well, that was the war. And she looks to you, Amdrus, and goes, Amdrus and his friends actually helped, and they start to like reminisce and start talking about shared burrow and like, oh, like I can't believe like Kalisa is like grown up in the mayor, and she's like, I remember her mom owning the inn, and like they just start kind of reminiscing and having this kind of moment. Yeah. And dinner is served. The children are corralled, and Petunia heads out, kind of bringing back a very work-tired Dirkwick. And Amethyst, for you, again, a halfling man, very tired, but you can see he's wearing like leather armor, very like a uniform-looking leather armor. And he kind of comes in and just goes, well, I wasn't expecting so much company. She goes, yeah. And she just starts listing off everyone's names, like learning them immediately, knowing them and remembering them. And he greets all of them and like sits down, and you guys have this like massive like family meal for like Amethyst, probably the first time ever for you.
I mean, maybe
like you
maybe the most like not organized one.
Well, that's
or,
what I
like,
mean. Is
yeah.
like this is like a Thanksgiving dinner of extended family with extended family. Like it's I would assume at most like when you ate with Mariana and her family, it was not rowdy, it wasn't talking a lot. If it was anything, there was kind of some business talks here and there and short conversations.
Yeah.
And this is very loud, and children reaching over to grab things from other people's plates, and Hara trying to stop kids from climbing on the tables, and it's a lot. And
I'm
it's
like
up to you
like
if you think
slapping the
Amethyst
teenager's
loves this or
hands,
hates
like-
it.
I feel
Yeah.
like Amethyst doesn't know if she loves it or hates it. Like
That's
she might just be overwhelmed, but like
Yeah.
happy to see the kids having some normalcy.
And I
feel
would say
Amber's
like
in the middle of this would be like telling like the wildest story for like Hara's kids and Petunia, like just taking one of the adventures and just multiplying it.
yeah.
Amdrus would be the adult at the kids' table. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's when your uncle Ataim flew us out of a tower. I'm not kidding you. We flew. And then I summoned a greater demon.
And you see your mom just go, I'm sorry?
You see Amethyst go like, I'm
just-
sorry?
Right. It big monkey looking like it's
Right,
just
you
like
went there.
real
That's fine. Yep.
Okay,
like
okay. That makes sense. And just the kids are enamored, and it is this beautiful, comforting, and recharging moment for the vast majority of you, at least Amethyst's little thing. I would say, like, even Joel, I would say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you probably haven't had something like this in a very long time. Maybe at times when, like, in the church, if they were like holding like a festival-y kind of thing and there was kids running around.
Yeah, I think the last time I had a family dinner, we were all yelling at each other.
Yeah, also that.
We were there for that.
Yeah, you all saw that.
You guys kind of saw
I think that was the last time Joel had a family dinner. But yeah, I mean, he would have had dinner at the cleric place too.
Yeah, but it was nothing like this, like in a home. And even then, like, you've never probably had a like homely moment, I guess. And probably same with Zephyr, thinking about it.
wow, I'm the only
Wow.
one who came from a big
for
family. huh?
several years.
You're the only one who came from a family.
Effie has a small family. Amdrus
Got
has a massive family, so
And I'm kind of just like in between both of those. So.
yeah,
I used to have a family.
that's true.
Oof.
That's
I don't
true.
even know if I used to have a family, man. Amethyst
And,
doesn't even know how old she is. Like,
yeah, you guys have this night, and when everyone is done eating and the kids are tired once more, you see your mom go, are you guys staying the night? We might be able to get you guys a room with the innkeeper. She's a lovely lady.
Right, Kalisa.
No, actually, it's a new. Kalisa still owns it. Her family has for generations. But the current innkeeper, her name is Lily, actually.
Ooh.
And she is this tall, gorgeous woman. She's so nice. Her and her family recently moved in. And I'm sure that we could get up a room there. I mean, unless you guys want to have a sleepover here, probably can find room.
I don't want to put you out. Plus, we need to do a little bit of shopping in town on the morrow anyway, so
Well,
we're probably going to skedaddle out of here pretty quick, but I just wanted to make sure that Hara, Alizar, and the children were in a safe place.
I mean, of course. And she kind of like looks and as like the kids are kind of like probably off playing, and it's just kind of the quote unquote adults around the table. She just kind of goes, well, and you see your father kind of go, there has been a lot of changes in town that I think you should be aware of before going in. It was, well, I mean, obviously, Kalissa is the mayor, and with that came a lot of relaxation on us and the constable's jobs. We've been able to focus more on things. In fact, I run a scouting and hunting party very often now.
Fine.
Wow, look at you, Pa.
Well, it is more for formality and a way of showing reports that nothing of the war is coming, as we get frequent guests of the Feathergale Knights coming. In fact, we have two of them staying in town at the current moment. She is this, I know her as, hold on, let me scroll down, all the way down. It was, her name is Jacqueline Duststone, sorry. And Joel, you immediately know the name.
Son of a bitch.
Me. I knew it.
She said she used to be a private guard for the king. But with the war, she is out kind of skirting with us being attacked a few months back and the attack on Crow Point. They are frequently here waiting for potentially another force coming this way. It also means taxes have risen and people are struggling a bit on that, but we're making do with the construction and everything. I do not know your stance with the Feathergale Knights. I just know where you have been. So,
legally, we got no issue.
Exactly. So I just wanted you to know.
Maybe.
What, did she skip over the fact that y'all have killed one of their head guys?
Officially, they have no issue with us.
And Mrs. Snodgrass, are you guys behind on your taxes?
Stepgrass. But she goes, no, it's for a lot of people. Money has been tight. Wars cost a lot of money. So,
Pa, let me ask you a question. Is there any housing available in town or on the outskirts somewhere we can put up Alizar and Hara as a like
a house we can buy?
Residents, unfortunately, no. With a lot of the reconstruction of houses and building, many people have had to move in with others, and housing is quite short. I believe there's still rooms available, and the Feathergale Knights have rooms that are from... and she kind of looks at you and goes, if you remember Yanarth's place, it was kind of a boarding house kind of thing. She's moved. They left Ostrin a few months back, and about the same time the Feathergale Knights came, so they took residence there.
So no one's running the boarding home.
Well, Miss Duststone is technically, but it is for her and her knights. I mean, it is also close by the stables. I guess it's not. Sorry, it's across town. I lied. Actually, in fact, I forgot this fact. Zephyr, you would have noticed there would have been 2 griffins in the stables as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Right. So nothing.
I mean, they've been offering protection, and they have been fairly nice. And Durko just goes, "Put a pain in my ass," but that's military. People have been offering to learn to defend things, and she's been teaching people just in case an attack comes. In fact, we have more people. Brain is actually in charge of a lot of newcomers willing to become kind of pseudo guards of the town.
Hey, look at that, my man, Brain.
Lovely. Absolutely amazing.
And yeah, there's been some new businesses and new families coming from Crow Point, and it has been a lot, and it has been very busy here. You know, last few months. But I just wanted you guys to know that and be careful. Your father like looks at you, Amdrus, goes, "I know you can get in trouble, so I just wanted to make sure."
I've never gotten in trouble in my life.
Your father just gives you like a deadpan look. Like,
Everyone just, I feel like, just looks at Amdrus like,
okay.
Right.
Ran here from.
But
Right. Well then,
we're gonna pop it out there.
Oh, there it is.
As
Look
you
at
can
that.
see, there is a thing. Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so you can have a short. I mean, stream can't see that, but as a quick little boop boop. Now that you are aware of everything going on and some of the changes, there's that. Yeah. I would, for something for Amdrus, you would just know. Miss what's her name? Drekken used to own the bathhouse as well, and it was kind of, she owned both of these kind of small jobs, but they'll mention that she handed it off to some fine residents that kind of needed to find like a job and everything, and she was working on her clothing, so she allowed them to do that because they seem to have a knack for that kind of things. Even your mom just kind of like looks towards you guys and goes, "You're more than welcome to go there. You guys look like you need to..."
Stink?
Well, no, not overly, but you look like you guys need a day. So they're open very late, and
Spotted.
the man that runs that is he can do so many different like herbal things put into the bathhouse, and it can relax all your muscles, and it's a lot. And she kind of looks to you, Atim, and goes, "I am sure you are very much wanting to."
My style.
Well, Hara, and I'm sorry to ask, Mom, Hara, would you mind if Hara and her kids stayed here for a night while we try to go procure residence for them?
Oh, of course. And Hara goes, "I don't want to, overstage." She goes, "Nonsense. It is lovely having all the kids around as much as they..." And you just like look over, and they're like just the living room's a mess. And she goes, "As much as I'll have to clean that after, it's fine." Yeah.
Well, how?
We have
Well,
plenty of
yeah.
blankets and pillows and all that. It'd be like a sleepover. And she says that, and you just hear one of the kids, "A sleepover!" And they all just like cheer, and they get very excited. And Petunia's like playing with them. And
What time of year is it?
it would be getting, it's kind of like, I think, fall-ish time. I think it's like fall-ish time. So it's getting a bit colder in the last like month, I think.
Right. Well, what do you say we all go cracking at the bathhouse and then have ourselves a sleep, and then, I mean, just my ideas.
I mean, I'm not opposed.
Thoughts, opinions, concerns, complaints.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely concerned about seeing Jacqueline.
Oh,
I can
do you
turn
know
you
her?
invisible.
Do you know Jacqueline?
Yeah, I definitely know Jacqueline.
Like, from a
Like-
past life?
Yeah, she was one of my dad's guards.
Oh, that's...
Your parents don't know
Oh.
that, and they go, "Oh, does your dad
Right.
work for the Feathergale Knights?"
You might say that.
Oh, I did not know. Well, then it
I-
might be good that you know her. Oh, I see. Not a good relationship. I understand. That's fair.
Daddy issues.
She is quite a hard ass, if you will, as your father mentioned. But she is still very polite, as long as you're not, doing anything that you wouldn't want someone to do.
I'll just pull my cloak down far over my head.
Amethyst will just lean over to Joel and be like, I can turn you invisible if that helps.
Plus, it'll save us cost of
turn you
one and
into an
going into the
animal.
bathhouse.
How dare you? We would not steal from the fine establishment. This.
Please don't. That
Small
poor
business
family has
owner.
been through enough. Your mom says.
Listen, we'll tip extra well. They just won't know you're there. I'm not.
With the kind of coin that you dropped in your sister's hand, yeah, I hope you will.
And I want to look at her like, Ma, come here for a second. Just come here for a second.
She's
I'm gonna
literally
open
sitting
my-
next to you.
I'm gonna open my bag and show her all the fucking money I have.
It's a bag of holding. It looks empty.
Yes.
Goes-
What?
It's
Oh,
a lovely
shit.
bag, my boy.
Fuck.
I'll lean over to her and show her my coin purse and be like, I think it looks something like this.
Oh. And you just see her father and go, "And where is our rent pay? We housed
Right, how
you
much?
for-
How much have the
Well,
horses
for
cost
how
you?
old are you? 20 years? No, I'm just joking. No, we're doing fine.
Well, how much have the horses cost you? Because I know somebody's unless the
I
stable master
actually
took them.
forgot about that.
Oh shit, we lost our horses.
Well, no, they have. It's been a monthly kind of just pay and stay to take care of. But if you want to take them out, they're still yours.
Oh, it'll just cost a pretty penny to.
Well, you just. No, I don't think so. I believe they're still yours. We've just been paying the upkeep, so.
What? How much is the upkeep? Question.
It's only like 5 silver a month. It's not the worst.
We got like 2 months, something like that. 2, 3 months, 3 months.
It's a golden half.
I'm just gonna reach into my bag and pull out a whole platinum and be like, that'll cover that and more.
That will. I appreciate that. Where did you find this kind of money?
In the underwater cave of a long forgotten god.
I doubt
From a
that. And he
dragon's
takes it.
sword.
You say that, and Petunia's ears perk up. She goes, "A dragon?"
Oh, yeah.
Like from across
yeah,
the room.
oh,
He
Also,
didn't like
they're-
us that much.
Also,
Very
dragon
sweet.
and a dragon turtle.
There's
Oh
a-
yeah,
That's a
I've heard-
thing? You hear one of the
I've heard
kids
of
are
the
like,
dragon.
"Is it like a turtle-sized dragon or a dragon-sized turtle?"
Yeah,
A dragon-sized turtle.
Whoa. And you just hear like, "Yeah, they usually live in the deep seas." And you just Petunia starts spitting all
There
these
she
facts
goes.
about it. They probably you
Love
guys
it.
didn't even know about it. She's like, "I read them in some books."
She really is your sister.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah,
Much
we're
less
related.
bullshit though.
Yeah.
No, she's more
Same amount of
Actual
facts.
figures,
Actual
yeah.
truth and facts.
Yeah, there's the same amount of facts and stories. One's just from books, one's from his head.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to actually say that. But yeah.
Anyways, right. Well, we have okay. So now we have a Feathergale Knight problem.
I
We
wouldn't
just
go.
don't.
I'm gonna be right back.
Well, I was just gonna say with that, we will hit our break. We went a little later. That roleplay took a little longer than I thought it would. Sorry. But yeah, we will hit our break. We'll probably be like back in 10-15 minutes, and
For a
We'll
short
s-
second half.
for a short second half. Yeah, my bad. See you guys soon. Hey, the irony is this song is called Character Sheet. No, it's Character Select. I'm dumb. Anyways, moving on. Bye.
Mm.
But yeah,
Hello.
so that's why he's in my bonus U-Haul lesbian.
I love
We're gonna
that.
move in right now. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Great.
It just
Cool.
made sense financially, okay?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I would too.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. If you missed the first, majority, our wonderful group made it back to Amdrus's home and had a lovely, lovely family dinner with a new extended family, apparently. And it's been a very No, okay, all right, fine, fuck you. And they've had a very nice evening, a little catch up on the town, how things have changed, learning that Feathergale Knights are a bit more active now, not overly, but there is currently someone named Jacqueline Duststone here, which Joel seems to know by name. So, with that, we jump back at the end of dinner and after the discussion. All right, sir.
Fans are very nice. I get it.
Yes.
I get it.
What are you guys doing?
Right. Amethyst, you said you can make Joel invisible, yeah?
Yeah, because I assume I would have gotten another short rest by now, too.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So I'll just, instead of wasting the short
Right.
rest,
Well, Hara, Alizar, Mapa, I believe we're gonna go have ourselves a bit of a soak and relax, crash at the inn, and then go see what that old bastard Finrit's up to.
Good luck. Mom just says that she's taking plates into a sink.
Ma, is there any help around here, around the town? Is there a cleaning service of some sort? Something?
What? No. You grew up here. You should know that.
Well, there's a lot that's changed since I last left in 2
Okay.
months.
Fair point.
This isn't the same town it was pre
The
giant fungal attack.
Well, a lot of the town helped clean up the town and the wreckage. There's not a cleaning service. Maybe you should start one.
No.
Write it down.
Maybe you should give
No.
we should start a rock exfoliation.
Okay. Sure.
Exfoliation.
Have you ever heard of hot stone therapy?
No. We're exfoliating the rocks. We're cleaning the
Oh,
rocks.
there you go.
No,
Hey.
you use the rocks to exfoliate your hands.
Yes.
Yes, but I liked that we were actually cleaning the rocks.
we're just here to
We're
clean
just
rock
cleaning all the
polishes.
rocks around.
That's how Amethyst would do it. Honestly, she would take a little toothbrush and you're getting a little brushy.
Yes.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I saw you. Would you? You guys, Alizar, Harry, do you want to go for a soak, my treat? Or are you just looking to lay down for the evening?
Eleanor just goes, I think I'm okay. Hara goes, I just want some rest. I'm okay. But thank you.
Fair.
For everything.
Thank you. Weren't for you, I don't know where we'd be right now. You helped out.
Please speak to me.
I could say the same thing. Many times over.
Happy to help you out.
And with that,
Did you hear that?
yes.
Fuck. What was that?
It was 9 in the background.
He gasped.
From a gas attack? What is happening in your home?
He's playing his game, but apparently he got to a very intense part, so he's like,
Okay.
Is he playing next to you? What's happening?
no, he's in the room across from me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he cannot be
Balls,
gasping
balls.
that loud.
I love it.
Yes,
I
yes,
love
he
it.
Babe. Can you gasp a little bit quieter?
can you breathe less?
says-
Jesus.
No.
What game is he playing?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Oh my god! I thought it was something scary or something actually interesting.
No.
Oh my gosh!
What?
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Rayquaza is
Anyway.
canonically gay now. Pokemon
And we're
said
up.
it.
It was a shiny.
No,
anyway.
he's just getting to plot points and he just keeps gasping. Anyway, sorry.
All right.
What An
Well,
icon.
with that, you guys head into town. You can see the sun is starting to set. It's
I believe Amethyst was casting
several.
invisibility on Joel before we.
Oh, you are
Yeah,
doing that?
or what I can do, because how long does invisibility last?
Long enough for us to get to the bathhouse from here.
It lasts an hour, so it's really up to Joel. Like, what I can do is I can be like readily beside him, and if we see anybody, I can cast invisibility on him.
Yeah, I think that's a better idea.
Okay,
Save it just in case.
we'll hold hands.
I'll have my hood down over my face.
Okay.
You know, I'll bring it down. It's
And-
been years. I mean, she hasn't seen me in a while.
Yeah.
Shut up, Aurora. I hate you.
So
Sure,
you guys
We
kind
can
of
we
start
can go around
walking
the
into town.
outskirts, right?
Is there any
Towards
places
15
you'd
and then
like to
come down to 7?
stop?
No, I
So-
think we're heading straight to the bathhouse. We're
Right,
not.
six, nine. I didn't know if
Yeah.
you wanted to stop in and say hi to like Kalisa or see the new innkeeper, or
Yeah,
there was
yeah,
the leather
yeah.
workers you
I
guys really
would-
liked. just
I
wanted to
would
ask.
love to.
You can.
Where the bathhouse is open.
maybe in the morning.
She said the bathroom's open very late.
Right.
So.
But also for reality purposes, I'm not trying to drag this out.
Oh yeah, well yeah, okay, that also. I just didn't know.
This has been a long ass day, Aurora.
And you guys need time to catch up with people. I get it.
We
I
do.
understand. I was expecting you guys to go there first, to be honest, but all right.
You
Well,
said bathhouse.
I mean, I did. That is my problem. I did say bathhouse. All right. Well, you guys can walk through, and you can see the inn as you're walking, kind of by the like through the main road.
Well, I thought we're gonna go around the outskirts so we don't.
Oh, you're treading around.
Trigger
Oh,
the-
okay.
We're gonna
Yeah.
cut around toward 15.
Okay. I mean, okay.
Passing 13.
Yeah, we're not
Down.
trying to get ourselves in like a thoroughfare where somebody's like, "Does that look like Prince Jaholio?" Like we're not trying to do that.
Okay, sure. I mean, you guys have wandered around this town before.
But there weren't Feathergale
That was
Knights
before.
You've literally been told that there are 2 Feathergale Knights in the entire town. That's all I'm saying.
And we're taking the
And,
precaution
you
to
know-
make sure it doesn't
All
turn
right.
into more.
Just
This
making
one,
sure you guys
Joel
understand.
has actual.
You made a
like,
pretty
you know,
big enough point about something's going on in this town in these nights, and we don't normally listen to your little hints that you say over and over and over again.
I mean-
and this time we're worried, and you're giving us shit
Correct.
about it.
Correct.
Anyways, there's this
Do you
one
want us
person
to
who
listen
knows
to you or
Joel
not?
personally.
No, I was just letting you guys understand that I'm not
We've
saying
evolved
it's
as
dangerous.
players.
I'm just saying don't go running around being like, "Oh my god, I'm a lost prince." You know. Anyways, so yeah, you guys can
Wait.
skirt around, kind of going by. You can kind of see in a little bit of distance as you guys walk by, like the jailer house, like essentially the constable's office. Kind of lights still on, essentially, like you can see candlelight or torchlight in it. And again, it's getting a little late, so some stores are closing, but not too late where most are closed or anything. As you're kind of walking by, you do walk by 15, which is the, I believe, the poultry place. Yeah, so you can kind of hear a lot of the chickens. And like kind of in the trees, there's like a little like coop and everything. But that one is one of the ones that are closed at this time. And you can walk up and you can see from the top of this like little hill, there's this kind of long building with kind of this tower, and you can see there's a lot of like kind of steam coming out of it. Yeah, you guys can walk in. There are these kind of beautiful little chime, like wind chime almost things when you walk in. And you are immediately hit with just a mix of, not just clocked, hit with all these kind of like herbal smells, and like kind of the heat of this place kind of immediately hits you.
Eucalyptus and rosemary.
Yeah, sure. And there's like a small little desk off to the side, and you see a somewhat older man. He looks like he's maybe in his
Jesus.
30s to no, I would say he's not that old. He's probably like maybe early 40s, late 30s. So doesn't look that old. Oh my lord, I haven't even described this guy, and you guys are already rolling.
30s to
Um,
40s. And Coco was like, I'm in.
yeah.
He's a third.
I feel like he might be a little later. I imagine him a little older, but I don't know if he actually would be. As I don't even have it up. Hold on, let me find this.
Listen, life is hard in a rural town. Sometimes you age faster than you actually age.
He's not from here. This is a man that you've never
Even
recognized,
worse.
Amdrus.
Ooh,
you
hard life.
My lord. You can
It's about to
see.
be.
You can. Okay. You can see. This kind of man is wearing this kind of like.
sometimes.
Me too. This kind of very nice, kind of almost like robe. You can see he has like rich brown skin and these kind of like long, wavy, like jet black hair that's like braided. And you can see these like dark eyes and Zephyr. You almost immediately pick up some resemblance to the stable boy. This could very well be his father.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
How old did you say?
And you can see that like
Okay.
What?
Late teens, early 20s.
Oh, damn
the
it.
stable boy, yeah, he's a bit younger.
Oh. I forgot how old Amethyst was.
Yeah, around the same age. And you can see that like in his like kind of braided hair that like he is kept down. You can see there are like flower petals and different kind of floral kind of in throughout it. You can see he's wearing this like beautiful little pendant. Yeah, he kind of walks in and he goes, "Oh, welcome. I have never seen any of you. Are you weary travelers through the town?"
Oh, talking to a hometowner, mate. I'm from here.
Oh, well,
You know Dirk and Liliana.
oh yes, the
I'm their
deputy.
son.
Oh, I have heard plenty of you actually. All good things, I swear.
I was inside
Well-
check. Inside check.
I'm going to do an
Inside
insight check.
Sure, make an
Inside
insight.
check.
You can make an insight check.
Uh-huh.
I got a
Okay.
dirty 20.
Oh,
Tired. I got an
that's
11.
good. 5.
No, a 10.
5. Natural
One.
one. Fully believe him. He goes, well, I mean, your sister is quite likes to talk a lot of different stories that you've supposedly had, but
Yeah, got it.
Uh,
That makes sense.
That's good.
Amethyst,
They have that in common.
you got a 20 on an insight.
Yeah.
You're trying to tell he's lying. He's not lying, but something's off about him.
Oh.
God damn it.
And he says, "Well, my name is Hal Fairlight. It's a pleasure to meet you. And welcome to the herbal bathhouse. Are you looking for private rooms or one altogether? You looking for a herbal soak?"
Well, whatever your most expensive package is that you can get all of us in on,
I
I'd like
died
that
twice recently, so yeah.
one. Once for me.
Uh,
Yeah.
I
You've
cannot
been
tell.
through it a lot.
It's been
I
a
see.
long time.
Well-
listen, he's died twice. I've died once, and I lost the love of my life, and this has all happened in the last 24 hours. So
Mm.
we could really use a good soak.
Adventurers, I understand. Well, I can give you guys the large bathhouse, or would you like separate? You can do boys and girls if you'd like.
Whatever
Or-
the ladies are more comfortable with. I honestly,
Yeah.
I don't think Zephyr or Amethyst has ever been to a bathhouse. I mean, I could do 2 separate rooms and do like a herbal remedy to.
you know what? Let's do that.
Yes.
We'll do 2 separate rooms, and whoever wants to go to the rooms can go to the rooms, and that way everybody respects each other's privacy.
Of course, I can also do it in the big one. That's all I was saying.
I don't. Maybe one day. I don't think we're. Listen, we've all died around each other quite a bit, but I don't think we're quite there yet. You know, we really got to reach that next stage of friendship before we're all just kind of naked together.
I mean,
Wait, we
that
have
is
to-
fair.
Well, at least wrapped in a towel, Amethyst.
We're bad.
You'll hear us go, well, it is a bathhouse, so typically people do take the clothes off and soak in water.
Normally I was dressed in robes.
I mean, you can do that too. We do have some fine robes, and I can do that. Give me 1 second. And he kind of gets up and he goes, "Oh, where's my head? Apologies. For each room, for a full herbal soak, for an hour each, unless you want longer, it is 5 gold per room, or for 2 rooms. Or no, it would be 5 gold per room for the herbal." He goes, and in any hour after that is an additional gold. No, it's a slight thing, but
do you?
I will do
Are
my
you-
best.
Oh, well, and then I'm gonna ask, like, but do you have like a premier sort of VIP royalty package, like a?
But I hate him.
This would be the best I can offer. This is the.
Well, then that's
Here's,
then that's what
here's
we'll
10
take.
gold for you, sir. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much. Give me 1 second. And you'll see him kind of get up, and you'll see like as he moves, like some of the petals just like fall and like drag and like stick to his like kind of long flowing like robe. It's not like a bathrobe, but it is this like very light fabric, and you can just see that there are like Zephyr. I feel like you probably love it in here. There are plants everywhere, and all the different smells and everything. It's very like in tune with nature, if you will, in here. And you'll see him kind of get up and
Do I
walk
got
down.
one?
Well, sure, but I mean, in the room in this building is what I mean.
Well, yeah, like I'm paying attention to that.
I
Mostly.
misheard you. Understand?
Oh.
I'm gonna lean over to Joel and I'm just gonna be like, "There's something off about this man. Just be careful."
Off how?
I don't know yet. I just don't get good. Something just feels weird.
The vibe check didn't pass.
The vibe check did not pass.
Hmm.
And I just know that you're worried and I don't want anything to happen to you again.
Thank
So
you.
just be careful.
Okay.
And as you guys are kind of standing there for a couple minutes and having this kind of conversation, you can hear that he is like filling the water and heating it up and everything, and then you can kind of hear some rustling behind. He like kind of goes down like a hallway door. Eventually, you see another door kind of opens up, and you see this very tall, almost like very elegant looking woman kind of steps in.
Does Joel recognize her?
No, you do not.
God.
Maybe a little too old for your taste, Amethyst. She does look like she's probably in her like 40s, like maybe mid 40s. Yeah. And you can see that she has again that like very billowy, like flowing kind of robe, like this other guy. But hers are like of lighter colors, like whites and blues. You can see that she has very, very fair skin. It is almost like she is like almost like has like porcelain skin. And she has very fine features. You can see her hair is pulled up. It is kind of this like white, almost with a blue tinge, pulled up in like a messy bun with some flowers in it that looks like effortlessly elegant, even though it's just like thrown up. As she kind of walks down, and she just kind of goes, "Oh, we have guests. Well, it is wonderful to see you all. Welcome to our house. My name, you can call me Elle. I assume my husband has got to you, yes?"
Yeah, we are getting two rooms with the herbal
Oh, yes.
package.
He mentioned to get some more ingredients for that. It is great to see that travelers are coming through and willing to experience a new business.
Right.
Oh, I
I'm actually from here. I'm the son of Dirk and Lily.
Oh, yes. We have heard that they had a son that was an adventurer.
Pleasure.
Of course. And I forgot to mention this whole time, Atim, are you still full elf? Because that has been a while. Or did you go back
Fuck.
onto thing.
I think I'm still full me.
Okay. There probably would have been something over dinner being like, "Oh, you look different from
Yes,
Amdrus's
I forgot
friend,"
about
but
that too.
they probably wouldn't have really cared anymore. Atim, because you have a very high passive, you notice she glances towards you quite often. You can take that as you will.
Can I do another insight check? Because I'm already pretty
you can.
sus.
Also, welcome in. Fucking.
I got a
hello.
9.
A 9. You have no idea. You do notice that she wears a lot of like rings and like simple jewelry. She has a very similar like pendant to her husband, stuff like that.
Sorry, I was blowing my nose. I also want an insight check because I see her looking at Ataim.
Sure. Yes, you do have very high passive. You would notice that as well, Mr. 19.
With an insight, it's just a 16. I was like +9. No, that's perception.
Oh, I guess I'll insight check as well.
Oh,
since I
okay.
already
Sure.
noticed.
Yeah, everyone who wants
13.
to roll an insight can.
13 + 3, so 16.
I wasn't
16,
too
okay.
worried about the dad didn't seem to mind. That's a 9.
Fuck,
21.
Okay.
Jesus.
And you're just like, okay, this is you're suddenly a team very like worried that you're like, oh,
Very aware that this
Mhm.
is a thing that I haven't had to deal with in a while because I wasn't
Correct.
in town.
exactly
Not as myself. This is the first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, Amdrus and Amdrus, you got a 16. I will say with an insight, kind of you do notice her kind of like essentially checking a team out, but not in that way. You don't get any like bad vibes, more just like curious. And I will say Joel on top of that, you kind of get this like, someone is so open with that. And there's like
Living the
something. It's like
truth,
it's
yes.
like there's more like to like I don't know how to describe it. It's like when you see that and you're like, okay, it's not you don't get a bad thing, but there just seems to be more like of a reason. Like there's got to be a reason. I'll give you that, Joel, even with your -4 to a 21. And she'll just kind of greet you and give you like a very like elegant bow. And you'll see her kind of walk up. She's like, well, I will help my husband fix you guys as a room, and she will head off with kind of she like is holding this like basket of different like herbal like plants and petals and whatever else there is. And you guys are left back in this kind of small little essentially waiting room while they get Bass ready. Do you guys want to do anything?
I just
Like I'm like
first time completely forgot that. Yeah. Mhm.
to be fair, a lot's happened in a day.
A lot
It's-
has happened.
We're
yes.
we're a little frazzled. That's why we're here.
Well, it is what it is.
I'm
guess,
just now realizing I've announced myself as the child of my parents, and there's yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The comfort of home. Yeah.
It's gonna get real weird here in a minute.
That'd be
Can
fine.
I do a? Can I want to do a perception check. Does it sound like they're still messing with the rooms?
Sure, make a perception check.
Or I want to. Does it sound like two people are getting rooms ready, or does it sound like one of them are like bouncing out? Okay, 18 plus 11, or no, perception is 9. 18 plus 9 is 27.
You don't still have like exhaustion or anything, right?
No.
Okay, good remember. Oh yeah, because of the long rest, thing, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've taken a couple of long rests since then, so.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. All right, sorry. So you just kind of like listen. You kind of go up to one of the doors and listen. And what did you get? Sorry,
27.
27. Okay, I will say, yeah, you can hear them pouring the water. You can hear like the steam of like the hot water and kind of the movement of water. But you do hear very quietly, and you only get here and there talking. They seem to be whispering. You do catch conversation of did you see the blue one? It was Moon Elf? He goes, no, I don't think so. And he goes, and then you'll hear like one of them you guess is the female, and he goes, do you think it's safe? And you don't really hear what the guy says. He kind of has too low of like a tone to like pick up too much of a register. Yeah. And she goes, huh, good to know. I think so too. Is like all you kind of get, and then you hear a door open, and you kind of back up, and then you hear another door open as she probably goes to the next room and is doing that one as well. But you do hear these like little moments of conversation.
Okay. I got something for this.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready to proceed with the scene.
Yeah. Well, it's up to you guys. If you guys just want to wait,
Yeah,
or
I'm
if you
done.
guys want to have any more roleplay conversations. Because yeah, Ateem, are you doing anything?
No.
Okay.
I think Altaim's also had the sudden realization that, again, he does not get to experience the full joy of this because he does not have his smell.
Yes. You just feel the heat.
I just feel the heat.
I keep on forgetting you can't smell anymore. Ayo. Love to
Oh.
see that.
It's so sad.
All right. And with you guys waiting a couple more minutes, the door eventually opens up, and it's that man again, Hal, as he would have introduced. I can't remember if I said that or not. He called himself Hal. Hal
Yeah.
Fairlight.
Yes.
And she goes, "The rooms are available for you.
Is there like a disrobing area for each?
In the rooms there is, yes. There should
Perfect.
be little, yes.
Well, Zephyr, Amethyst, take the one you want, and then the rest of us will file in to the other.
He'll step out of the way so you guys can walk in.
And then I want to put my arm around Hal, kind of
God.
pull him to the front.
He's
I'd be
already
like-
kind of walking, and he goes, and he just like doesn't seem to be bothered.
You guys are
Still smiles.
Hal. Now I understand that we are a very eccentric and eclectic group of individuals who have entered your premises tonight,
Oh.
and I was wondering if we could count on your discretion.
Oh, whatever do you mean?
I think you both know. I think we both know what I mean.
You see him kind of like smile, and you can see him kind of twisting that like pendant, and he goes, "It is fine. Do not worry about us."
I understand how some people within the kingdom may feel, and that is fair. I'm not blaming them. Just want to know that my friend here and my friends and I are safe.
Nonsense. Do not worry.
Insight check.
Sure.
Okay. 18, 21.
Okay. I will say he seems more genuine now than he did before.
Okay.
Like it seems like any guard he may have is gone almost. Not quite, but like obviously you're new people and he doesn't really know you as well. But
Right.
whether it's the conversation with his wife, or it's what you had said or something, he seems to be like almost like an open book. This guy seems to be pretty chill.
Okay. But I get the feeling that we are safe here tonight.
Yes, yeah. You get that he is
Okay.
telling the truth, that he will not say anything. He is not bothered by it.
Perfect. And then just as a little extra,
Mhm.
just to gild the lily, literally, I'm going to drop an extra 10 gold into his pocket and say, that's just for being a good friend.
Oh, nonsense. And he goes to give it back.
No. Quality and assurances should always be rewarded in an establishment of this nature. I wanted to let you know it's appreciated.
He
Have
just
yourself a lovely evening.
kinda
We'll be in the
smiles.
room.
He goes, if you need anything, just ask. We'll be listening.
We'll be sure to. And then I'll go and then figure out whatever room, like, I tell you, and
Yeah.
and
And I
Joel,
assumed you guys split up that way, Zephyr and Amethyst, and then Joel, Amdrus, and Ateem.
yes.
Is that the split? Okay. As you guys are going in, we'll say whatever the second room people go in, you'll see the wife there is just like testing the water to make sure it's nice and hot, and like just kind of finishing up anything, and she just kind of says, "Oh, enjoy," and she'll kind of let you guys walk out.
You and your partner run a lovely establishment. I just have to say, it's
Oh, thank you.
aces in my book.
Most of it was the lovely Miss Drecken. We just brought in a bit of our own herbal remedies.
You've done an amazing job with the place.
I appreciate it.
You're talking to somebody who's traveled the world, and I have to say, a few places I would put on par with this one.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate it.
And I'll tell you what, anybody I run into, if I ever see their head into Shadebar, I'll tell them to come straight here. This is the place to be. I'll hype you up from here to climbing and back again.
Well, I very much appreciate it. We definitely need the customers, so.
Travel the world. I'll hype you up from here to Kaiman.
From here to Kaiman and Lakefall and back.
In just a small section of
This
Blue
small
Mountain.
section of the entirety of the world.
Little triangle.
Yeah.
Just a tiny little triangle.
And then she kind of gives you like a very like elegant formal bow and then heads out, leaving you guys to soak in the tubs.
Mm-hmm.
And unless there's anything specific, as you guys kind of sit there for your hour, or kind of lay there in your hour, you notice the herbal remedies definitely, or the herbal like smells and everything kind of floating in the water, is incredibly soothing. And I would love anyone that is proficient in either nature or medicine to make a check based on that.
What if I'm half proficient in both of those
Oh,
things?
I'm proficient,
I'm proficient
in
in both.
You can pick then. Sure, Amdrus, I'll allow it, I guess.
I got an
Bards.
8. I got an 18.
I got a
18.
10.
17.
So 17 on which?
14.
Medicine.
Medicine. Joel, you got a 10 on what?
Medicine.
Medicine.
Mine was on nature.
Nature was an 18?
Yeah.
Okay. Amdrus?
Worked.
Oh, you guys are all proficient in one of these or other.
I'm proficient in both.
What did you get at Tame?
14 in nature.
Nature.
So is the medicine the only other one? Yeah,
It's
the
medicine or nature. There's been a mix of both, so.
There's been both, so.
Yeah, so I'll just do
whichever one is
medicine.
better for you.
Because I got +2 for both, so it doesn't
Okay.
matter. So I'll just
What'd
do
you get?
medicine.
What'd you get?
16.
16. All of you, I feel like, maybe not Joel, you're very exhausted. But at the same time, you would notice it the most. That whatever herbal remedy seems to be like mix of plants and everything that they mixed in this water seem to have almost magical properties. And Joel, yes, you can subtract that by 1 by spending an hour. Everyone else, well, everyone in total gets a total of 6 hit points that increase your max for the next 24 hours.
Hey.
Okay.
As you guys sit there and relax for an hour.
Oh no, not like that.
Who got
Jesus
the
Christ.
highest? I think it was Amethyst. You got the highest, right? With his 18?
I did get 18. I don't know
With-
what
with-
Amdrus got.
With nature, correct?
Oh, I
Yeah.
just got 16 with medicine.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say Amethyst. Like I said, this seems to have almost magical properties. It seems like it does have magical properties. Whatever mix of natural materials seems to be some kind of magic entwined, or some sort of that.
Do an Arcana check?
Sure. And Zephyr, I would allow if you want to make a nature check if you didn't before. Do you made it medicine, right? So if you want to make
Yep.
a nature check, you can.
I got a 26.
Got a 4.
4, okay. This
You
is
gotta have
just
bad days, Penguin. You gotta
absolutely
have
love
bad
this.
days.
Yeah, it's true. It needs to humble all of us. Amethyst, what did you get?
26.
26. Yeah, I mean that I'll just 100% confirm it. This 100% seems to be some kind of almost like druidic magic between your high nature and your high arcana. Sorry, Zephyr. That's why I allowed you to make another check. Is Yeah, you guys kind of all feel revitalized. You also lose any like exhaustion. If any of you guys had a point of exhaustion, you can lose that as well.
I would probably tell Zephyr too, by the way, so she doesn't, because I feel like Zephyr would get excited about this.
Sure. Mentioning the druidic kind of magic infused.
Probably be
Yeah.
definitely intrigued in it more.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're in a soup. Do you think Amdrus is talking about how we're in a soup?
You know, it wouldn't surprise me.
Hard cut Amdrus is like, I'm just saying, and like if you increase the temperature like a little bit more, we're basically a people soup.
Uh-huh.
Like throw in some
Yeah, just cut to
spice.
the other
If you
side.
continue on with this soup talk
Yeah.
much longer, I'm just gonna get out.
No,
I'm gonna walk away.
no,
I
but like a
can't-
burrito
I mean,
is
this
a
is
sandwich.
No, this is
No,
as
we're
bad
not
as I was just
citing
gonna
this.
say
We're
the
not citing
burrito
this.
versus sandwich. I was just gonna say I cannot. I'm already tired.
You guys are doing great. You're
don't
making
start
great
this
points on both sides.
And,
It's
Coco,
lovely.
just
It's wonderful.
Hot towel over my head and like fine and just like
This is like, you brought up a good point there, Coco. This would be considered a short rest, and I will say if you want to expend any hit dice, you can just gain the maximum of what you roll.
yeah,
So you don't have to roll
spend
it.
more hit die.
Oh,
So if you want to spend the hit die to do it,
yes. Will do.
if you want to have a but expend that hit die to heal. Otherwise, it's not like actually like healing you, other than the exhaustion part.
Right.
Yeah, and with that, with a night of a warm family dinner and soaking in a very revitalizing bathhouse, we will end it there. And we can pick up if you guys want to have any more roleplay whilst having this hour. You guys can next session, next Monday. We'll be back as usual on our normal time at 7:00 Mountain Time.
7:15 maybe.
Maybe 7:15 like it was
7:30.
today. I'm sorry. It doesn't
Maybe
usually...
7:45. Who knows? The
No.
future is weird.
Bitch, don't leave it. If anything, we're like 10 minutes late at most, and that's usually because I'm rushing. But anyways, thank you all for like the raid and hanging out, and my wonderful players. I'm glad you guys had a nice relaxing moment instead of just stress like the last 2 months have been.
No more character development.
Sorry, not
No.
sorry.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty more.
Thank you for not killing my possible love. Justin.
You're welcome. I was tempted.
No.
Anyways, love you all. We'll see you next Monday.
Love for
and we'll see you
Amethyst at all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.